A victory for Harvard, challenging President Trump's order to block the university from allowing international students. A federal judge siding with the university,
accusing the Trump administration of unlawfully retaliating against the school and violating First Amendment rights. The school alleges the move is a way to sidestep a judge's recent order temporarily blocking the government's previous attempt to strip the university of its student and exchange visitor program.
That's Fox's Kristen Goodwin. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The Pacers keep winning. Your radar is clear downtown, 68 degrees. Your high today, 79. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02.
The Pacers with a chance to win it. Final seconds, no fouls to give. Halliburton looking. Halliburton driving, pulls up, jump shot. It's good! It's good! With 3/10 of a second remaining.
The call on ESPN, Tyrese Halliburton drills another game winner. This one in game one of the NBA Finals. Final score, Pacers 111, the Thunder 110, and the reaction from the watch party at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. And game two is in Oklahoma City on Sunday night. Here's Halliburton talking about the shot after the game.
After you have a run like last year, and you get swept in the Eastern Conference Finals, and all the conversation is about is how you don't belong there and how you lucked out to get there and that it was a fluke. Guys are going to be pissed off.
The Pacers were down by 15 points. They turned the ball over more than 20 times in the game, just a recipe for disaster, and they still found a way to win. An Indianapolis man sentenced to 3 years in prison this week for attempted burglaries that cops say were committed in Greenwood. Here's John Herrick.
Javonte Phillips and 3 other people tried to rob Atkinson Firearms and later the Outdoorsman Sports Shop in September of 2024. But Johnson County prosecutor Lance Hamner says Phillips and the others were caught by Greenwood police with the help of IMPD.
What he did is he came in and pled guilty. He was charged with attempted burglary because he was stopped, and also resisting law enforcement.
At the time of these incidents, investigators say Phillips had just been released from the Marion County Jail on bond for 2 felony cases. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
The month of May is raced by at Miss M's Home and Garden and Sundown Gardens. JMV here. The June sales are on now. Shop the great high-quality products at both garden centers and save big this week. 20% off annuals and 30% off pottery at both locations. If you're shopping for Poly Patio Furniture, visit Miss M's in Bargersville for 20% off their patio furniture. Miss M's on State Road 135 in Bargersville. That's Sundown Gardens at 186th and Spring Mill Road in Westfield. Tell them JMV sent you.
Hey folks, Scott Wilson here from Wilson Farm Market, just 20 minutes north of Carmel. We're proud to bring you the freshest produce farmed right here in Indiana and across the Midwest. And don't miss our home-style fried chicken, scratch-made bakery, and a deli packed with ready-to-go favorites. Got a sweet tooth? Check out a variety of old-fashioned candies, the kind that brings back sweet memories from your childhood. At Wilson Farm Market, we're all about local freshness, friendly faces, and food that feels like home. Wilson Farm Market. That's Wilson Farm Market.
Ooh, lots of fog. You'll hear more about that in a minute. But yeah, I'm checking the ceiling here downtown Indianapolis from our perch at the WIBC Traffic Center. And they call it a low ceiling, like when you can't see the top of the building. So that's all over the place. That's out in the country. Please do not use your high beam lights. They distract people and yourself and everyone and the animals. Looking at westbound Zebedee, looking good right now from State Road 9 to 465 on the east side. That's 12 minutes, okay? No thing to slow us down through the construction zone. And then 5 minutes as you make your way into the north split. Please have a safe rush hour this morning. It's really thick fog. Traffic sponsored by Speedway. Stop at Speedway and grab any size Big Gulp for just 89 cents with Speedy Rewards. Summer is calling. Valid through 6/24/25. See app for full terms. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
Hey, Tony. Good morning. You heard that about the fog? It is going to be an issue for the next couple of hours here. Pretty thick, especially when you get and outlying areas. Should be lifting by around 9 or 10 o'clock this morning. Will be partly cloudy briefly through the early afternoon. We'll see a return of scattered showers and thunderstorms later this afternoon. Today's high 79. Some of those rain chances continue through around mid-evening. Will dry out then overnight tonight. Partly cloudy, a low of 63. Saturday, partly cloudy. A lot of the day is dry. We may see a return of some scattered showers and a rumble of thunder late Saturday night. Saturday's high 79. Some of that rain lingers to very early Sunday morning. But again, most of your Sunday should be dry. The rain will get out of here by mid-morning. Partly cloudy and highs near 80 to wrap up the weekend.
That is Marcus Halliburton Bailey.
Oh, I wish.
Everybody's
Wow,
a Halliburton today. Everybody's a what the Hally today.
Oh, yeah. Love
that's
it.
how it goes.
What a game.
Yeah, he's getting a statue next to Reggie. This is now clearly going on.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Marcus, we'll catch up with you in a little bit. No doubt about the fog. Listen to Matt Bear. Take it slow. Take it easy. You're not going to be late. We'll write you a note for work. You'll be fine. 67 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:07.
Rebound, Indiana. 8 seconds to go. The Pacers are not going to call a timeout. Halliburton has it with 3, driving with 2, pulling up, and hitting with 0.3 of a second to go. How many more times can this team do that?
Sweets, baby. Nightmare fuel for the rest of the NBA. But this is Indiana. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Pacers 111, Thunder 110. After the Pacers did everything possible to give this game away, they gave it to Oklahoma City. And Oklahoma City was like, oh, no, you take this. And the Pacers were like, no, seriously, have the game. And Oklahoma City was like, oh, no, this belongs to you. And the Pacers said, seriously, have the game. And the Thunder were like, we are not interested in winning this. And that's how it went down. It's ridiculous. Impossible. Pacers were down by 9 at the end of the first quarter. They were down at half. Outscore Oklahoma by 3 in the third quarter. And then just kept going. 20 turnovers. Was that just in the first half? Was it 20 turnovers in the first half? 20! That's insane. And yet they still win this thing. And by the by, I want you to look at it again. First of all, nobody on the Pacers scored over 20 points. No one. But you take a look at the Pacers bench, Obi Toppin 17, everybody scored. Bryant for 5, McConnell 9, Matherin was 5, Shepard was 3. It's just... The bench outscored by 10 points, I believe it was, the Oklahoma City bench. And here we are. Up 1-0 in this series. No one's talking sweep, one game at a time. But I right now like the idea that I said Pacers in 6. Who cares? 6, 7, 5, 4. Just win. Because this town is going to go nuts with a championship, and that parade is going to be insane. But we don't burn our city to the ground. We don't break things in our city. We don't steal from our city. We save that crap for the people in Philadelphia. We don't do those things here. Let New Yorkers do that. Dear Lord, I don't know what they do in Sacramento or fans of Golden State. All I'm saying is, We'll just party. That's what we'll do. Nothing broken, nothing stolen. None of that nonsense. But we got to get there first. Incredible game last night. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick. More water concerns at 6:32. Brought to you by the proud members of the Indiana Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
Have a plan, make smart investments. That's a common sense approach to your financial future. And that's why Trajan Wealth will help you manage your financial portfolio. That's the way they do it. Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth, your fiduciary advisors. Trajan Wealth believes in protecting your investments while making you money. They look at your risk tolerance and are always planning for your long-term goals. Short-term goals too, okay? Call and learn about these strategies and set an appointment. 317-480-4040 or just head for TrajanWealth.com. Your first appointment is free. Trajan's team of financial experts get to know you, then fit you with this tailor-made financial portfolio just for you, man. That's all about your hopes and dreams. Call 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first appointment is on them. 317-480-4040. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in focus and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Puccini's Pizza, Pasta, Puccini's. 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 Puccini's Pizza, Pasta, Puccini's.
This is James at Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling. You can trust us with all your heating and cooling needs. We have over 150 years of combined experience.
PricePointComfort.com. Price Point Comfort is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air dealer.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Traffic on the fives, Matt Halliburton Bear. The fog is very, very real. Matt Bear will get you through it. What's up, Matt?
Yeah, I'm looking at the cameras out in Hancock County. I mean, you can't see the cars. This is really dense fog here this morning. And as we check the metro, in some parts it's not as bad. Like I have the construction zone camera up on I-65 and Keystone Avenue right now. Just be careful of these things, man. I mean, lane reductions, not to mention the tough weather. And now we have a slowdown. As I check this camera, northbound 65 stop and go traffic south Keystone Avenue up to Troy Avenue. It is in that construction zone, so please be careful. As we look out by Indianapolis International Airport, yes, we have fog out there as well. Areas of dense fog, as a matter of fact. So again, allow yourself an extra couple of minutes this morning if you can. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt Halliburton Bear. Everyone's got the last name.
Always
Halliburton.
clutch, baby.
Clutch like you, Matt.
That's right.
That's
the clock's winding down.
You're like a young Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah. He's the guy I've always wanted to be when I've been growing up, you know.
Not too late. Hold on, wait. This just in. It's too late.
Oh,
Sorry.
come on.
It's too late. Nope, it's over. It's over, Johnny. 67 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
So I want to thank you for your support, and now let's get the bill passed. We want to get it passed through Congress without delay. In everything we do, we will give our police the respect and the protection and all of the resources that you need. I did that, as you know, nobody wanted to do it before me, where I gave you the military equipment that was excess. They called it excess military equipment. You know that about very well. I think every one of you benefited by that. It was in warehouses, billions of dollars worth in warehouses all over the country, and other presidents didn't want to give it to you. I did. And then we gave it to you, and it helped out a lot and saved a lot of police officers' lives. I'd now like to...
That was President Trump speaking at an event at the White House. Rick Snyder from the FOP was there. I'm Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. So... I believe it is the time now in every radio host's program today where they have to take sides. Are they on Team Trump or are they on Team Elon? Well, that's a tough one. Am I on the side of tax cuts, or am I on the side of spending cuts? Am I on the side of just getting this done and hoping that bills come through to reduce the spending, or do I want to use the leverage of this piece of legislation to get the spending cuts on the table now before they're too late? I have to pick a side. What is the side that I'm going to pick? Oh, that's right.
I hate old white men.
That's the side I'm on. Not picking sides. The whole thing is dopey. This is what happens when you're an idol worshiper. Elon Musk was never a conservative. Donald Trump is not a conservative. I need spending cuts to go with the tax cuts. Just do your job. None of this is about Musk or Trump. This is about Speaker Mike Johnson. Grow a pair and get this done already, including the rescission bills that will take $1 trillion out of the spending. Okay, we can only do $282 billion. Better start than what we've got. Elon Musk opposes the one big beautiful bill. There are no cuts. We're not doing enough cutting. He thinks there's too much pork in the bill. There's too much giveaway in the bill. It's got to stop. Trump, of course, wants this bill more than he wants oxygen. He's trying to force it through. Trump then decides, after Musk has left because by statute he had to leave. He was not a government employee in a full-time basis. It's like, Musk, his time here, he was wearing thin. I have no doubt that it may have very well been wearing thin. He's a lot of personality to have to deal with. And $300 billion in a brain that's just, constantly moving. And then whatever the thing he has is, he's got to be pretty annoying to be with a lot. That'd be my assumption. My assumption is if you were like full-time with Elon Musk, just a couple days, you'd be like, you know what? Daddy needs a break. That would be that. I don't care. Doesn't change the fact that Doge is good. The cuts are good. I want more cuts. The concept is good. You have to keep it going. This is what we voted for. And I don't care if it's Musk doing the cutting or somebody else doing the cutting. I just want the cutting. I want the spending to be reduced. I'm not anti Elon, that's ridiculous. Elon's not a conservative, though, and I've always known this. Elon is discussing the pork. Trump says, you know what? I don't know why Elon's against this. And he was wearing thin. I think he's just angry he got asked to leave the White House. He didn't get asked to leave the White House. He had to leave. We all knew this was coming. There was a whole conversation about it. We're not going to rewrite history here. That's crazy. Musk doesn't take kindly to this. He's like, you know what, Donnie? You would not have won without me. Well, there's the firing gun. There's the thing that's going to get people or get Trump absolutely crazy.
Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy?
So Trump's like, you know what? Maybe we don't need all these government contracts with SpaceX. And Elon Musk is like, did you see how much money I have in the bank? Fine by me. As a matter of fact, we'll decommission Dragon. Well, listen, we use SpaceX to do a whole bunch in space. And now it's going to be like, okay, how are we going to get stuff back in space? Because NASA ain't so much doing the job. Then you bring in Steve Bannon. Why am I bringing in Steve Bannon? Because Steve Bannon says that Musk should be deported because he's probably here illegally. And oh, that whole thread about SpaceX, the federal government should take over SpaceX and take it for themselves right now. Steve, it's been a while since we've talked, man. I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk like Maxine Waters. Steve, don't talk like Maxine Waters. Steve Bannon's point is we'll use the Defense Production Act and we'll take over SpaceX. And my point is, stop it! You're not taking over SpaceX. Crazy nonsense. And then Elon says that Trump should be impeached. And it's like, oh, holy hell. Holy hell. What comes next?
Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
I don't know what to tell you. By the way, that's Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This show's got everything. There's not a morning show in America that competes with us, please. So here we are now. And where are we? Oh, these guys will talk and everything will be fine. Oh, did I mention that Elon Musk said that Trump was named in the Epstein files? Did I leave that part out? I think I may have left that part. Oh, there was a lot. And everybody's talking about, oh, I hate it when our dads fight. And oh my gosh, it's so upsetting. And Scott Jennings is drinking Pepto-Bismol on CNN. At least honest about the fact that it's not the best look, because it's not. I swear to you, it's a true story. The other day, I went to my kids and I asked them if I'm cold. And they're like, what are you even talking about? Why? I said, I so approach things logically, and I save emotion for this family, and I sometimes wonder if I come across to you as cold. And they're like, no, you don't have to worry about that. We just appreciate that not everything is some emotional thing. That's been a much better way to grow up and to live. I don't have any emotion about Trump or Elon Musk at all. Is this fight good? Is it bad? Is it real? Is it fake? Some people think the whole thing is fake and they made it up. I don't know. I do know that I said just yesterday, I feel like it's the calm before the storm. And some people did notice that. And they were quoting me yesterday. I thought that was very kind of you all to do. I want more spending cuts and I want the tax cuts. And I want Speaker Johnson to ignore what's going on and do his job. All this is made for TV claptrap, and I just don't care. I don't care about Trump's personality. I don't care about Musk's personality. I want spending cuts, and I want tax cuts. And if you can't do the job, Speaker Johnson, let's go get somebody who will. Your job is to ignore the noise and get both things done. So go do it. I don't care what Trump and Musk say to each other at all. I don't know why it's supposed to matter to me. If you've got an idea, I'm listening. But it was fun. It was a fun little back and forth, and oh my gosh. But if we could all get back to the thing that we need to do to make sure the country endures, that would be great. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matt?
Southside. Man, we are slow through this construction zone. It's northbound 65, 465 up to Troy. That's past Keystone Avenue. Yes, that I-65 construction zone where we'll have lane reductions in this area until late next year. Also, we have fog, and man, is it bad in the rural areas and in other parts as well. It's also dropped the ceiling here downtown. Cannot see the top of the building. So this is some serious stuff this morning. Please allow a couple extra minutes, and please take it extra easy if you're going through one of these major construction zones like I-70, Hancock, Clear Path, maybe 65 South Side. We've got a bunch of them. Traffic sponsored by B-Window. Right now, B-Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust a local, trust employee owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Trump's Bedminster Golf Club hit with multiple health code violations?
Join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text PACK to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text PEC to 321-321. That's PACK to 321-321.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Siri, read me that text.
Sorry, I can't complete your request.
You want me to read that?
No, I got it.
Construction zone.
I see it.
Watch it. Oh my God. You're gonna hit him!
Oh, fuck!
When driving in a construction zone, be smart, be alert, be in the zone.
This is Brian Short, business manager for the Indiana Laborers District Council. Everyone deserves a safe place to work. Do your part in the cone zone. Slow down, save lives. We're all in this together.
A message from Indiana's District Council of Laborers International Union of North America and affiliated locals.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It's Trump versus Musk. Your radar is clear in downtown Indianapolis, 68 degrees, but it is foggy out there. I'm sure Matt Bear will have more on that in a couple of minutes in the WIBC Traffic Center. We're going up to 79. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30.
Musk once said he loved Donald Trump as much as a straight man can love another man. Now, quote, time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. This is the real reason they've not been made public.
Fox News reporter Rich Edson at the White House after a social media beef broke out between billionaire Elon Musk and President Donald Trump. It devolved into name-calling and accusations about friendships with child sex traffickers.
The FBI director recently addressed those files.
It takes time to go through years of investigations, years of political maneuvering, and years of cover-up to get the American people what they deserve. And that's what I'm going to give them.
Musk is still at it. He recently posted that President Trump's tariffs are going to cause a recession in the second half of this year.
And President Trump and Musk are supposed to talk today. We'll see if that happens. A ceremony this morning in France at the Normandy American Cemetery. is the 81st anniversary of D-Day. Over 4,000 Allied troops were killed on D-Day, with thousands more wounded. The invasion of continental Europe in 1944 paved the way for the liberation of France and the eventual defeat of Nazi Germany. It's an event that seems to keep growing every year in Kokomo. Here's Terry Stacy.
Kokomo's Strawberry Festival kicks off today at 11 o'clock.
I think what makes the Strawberry Festival special in Kokomo is that it's truly by the community for the community. We've been celebrating the start of summer this way for 27 years, and it's grown from a tiny 2-hour gathering into a full-day event that brings more than 10,000 people to downtown Kokomo. And proceeds go right back into downtown revitalization.
Misty Nicely says there's more than 185 booths with food, art, and music. Goes until 9. Terry Stacy, WIBC Mobile News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports, including a full recap of the Pacers game straight ahead in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. As Amazon Web Services and General Motors ramp up construction on massive projects in St. Joseph County, water resources are once again a topic of concern for local residents who say their wells are losing water. Following complaints from residents east of New Carlisle, the Indiana Department of Natural Resources is investigating a handful of residential wells. The state's investigation comes as St. Joseph County officials are increasing their testing mechanisms, says the county's executive director for economic development, Bill Shalio.
We're doing a lot of things. We're learning a lot of things. We're learning a lot of things together. And AWS, there'll be some reports that'll come out later this summer of new practices that this site, this SBN site project, are causing them to do across their entire business model. So they've had smaller projects where they built things, but haven't had the water into this level.
The Ivy Tech Community College State Board of Trustees has voted to freeze tuition and mandatory fees for the next 2 academic years. The decision follows Governor Braun's request and a unanimous recommendation by the Indiana Commission for Higher Education that all public higher education institutions freeze tuition. Griot's Pickles has confirmed plans for a new $54 million food manufacturing operation to meet growing national demand from a site near Columbus. Griot's Pickles recently broke ground on a new production facility along I-65 in Bartholomew County. The Taylorsville facility will be adjacent to a previously announced $175 million King's Hawaiian bakery operation. Both companies are subsidiaries of Irresistible Foods Group. You're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are men and women building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Northwest Indiana is on the move, and the next big conversation is happening in Valparaiso. Join business and community leaders at Innovate Northwest Indiana, a powerful afternoon of ideas, innovation, and insight. We're talking talent, technology, and transformation, and what's next for the region. Join us at Valparaiso University July 9, part of the Innovate Indiana series presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. RSVP now at ibj.com/innovate. Franciscan Health Lafayette has announced plans to build a freestanding emergency department in West Lafayette. The proposed emergency medical facility will be located on the same grounds as the Franciscan Health Hospital and is valued at a $25.7 million investment. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
Okay, in the construction zone on the south side, the I-65 construction zone that continues to access here. We're looking at northbound 65 between South Keystone Avenue and Raymond Street, and we do have a crash reported. I'm hearing that it's a slide off the right side of the interstate, so watch out for that. It has traffic just abysmal here at the moment. We are stopped back to 465, barely moving at all, and then slow back to Edgewood Avenue. This is already a construction zone, so doubling our fun. Looking at westbound 70 wide open right now, 465 to the north split. The fog is really Really dense here this morning, so allow yourself a couple of extra minutes if you would, please. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust a local, trust employee owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Still keeping our eyes on that fog out there right now, 67 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:36. A check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what's happened?
Tony, it happened again last night in the NBA Finals.
8 seconds to go. The Pacers are not going to call a timeout. Halliburton has it with 3, driving with 2, pulling up, and hitting with 3/10 of a second to go. How many more times can this team do that?
Mark Boyle on the Elevance Health Radio Network. Another game winner by Tyrese Halliburton, lifting the Pacers past the Oklahoma City Thunder, 111-110. Indiana is 3 wins away from its first title ever.
Had to figure out how to win in so many different ways all year. Past 2 years, there's so many weird, different ways, and we just figured out we're a resilient group, and just really proud of this group.
And game 2 is in Oklahoma City Sunday night. Here's Rick Carlisle.
If it is their ball, let's get the stop. There's going to be a difference in the shot clock and the game clock. If we get a stop and get the rebound, we're going to go. Hopefully get the ball in Tyrese's hands and look to make a play.
And sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
Trust employee owned. B Windows extending our employee discount to you. Up to 55% off, plus 18 months, no interest, no payments. Trust your home to B.
You are about to embark upon the Great Crusade. Words that change the world. Tony Katz. 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. June 6, 1944. You are about to embark upon the Great Crusade, toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. This was the note from General Dwight D. Eisenhower, Supreme Headquarters, Allied Expeditionary Force, to the soldiers, sailors, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. In company with our brave allies and brothers in arms on other fronts, you will bring about the destruction of the German war machine, the elimination of Nazi tyranny over the oppressed peoples of Europe, and security for ourselves in a free world. Today, we've got 21-year-olds and 19-year-olds who can't go on a job interview without their parents. 1944, they were planning to free the world. Your task will not be an easy one. Your enemy is well-trained, well-equipped, and battle-hardened. He will fight savagely. But this is the year 1944. Much has happened since the Nazi triumphs of 1940-41. The United Nations have inflicted upon the Germans great defeats in open battle, man-to-man. Our air offensive has seriously reduced their strength in the air and their capacity to wage war on the ground. Our home fronts have given us a superiority in weapons and munitions of war and placed at our disposal great reserves of trained fighting men. The tide has turned. The free men of the world marching together to victory. I have full confidence in your devotion to duty and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory. Good luck. And let us all beseech blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking. On D-Day, 4,415 Allied personnel were killed, including 2,501 Americans. There are a lot of things going on in our country and around this globe. But history is what it is. The good, the great, the bad, and the ugly. And this, D-Day, June 6, 1944, by far one of the greatest moments in our history. For its bravery, for its skill, for our willingness, and for what it brought us, which is a free world that we still have to fight for. Remember D-Day. I'm Tony Katz.
Another update is just minutes away.
Storms could be strong or possibly even severe.
Pretty much the whole state.
Heavy rain for the rest of the week.
Hear the news.
Crashed Fall Creek Parkway. 2 Noblesville police officers.
As events happen.
Carmel's infrastructure officer. Unpaid administrative leave. Domestic incident.
We'll happen to be there.
Game 1 of the NBA Finals tomorrow in Oklahoma City.
The greatest opportunity. It's also the greatest challenge.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
When you golf in Missouri, the courses are so close, you'll spend more time on the fairway than the freeway. After the back nine, enjoy world-class dining and distilleries, shops, spas, museums, and more. Find your new golf MO at visitmo.com.
Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. I'm here with Michaela to talk about water damage. Water damage at your home or business can come from heavy rains, broken or frozen pipes, and countless other ways. Michaela, if someone has a loss due to water, why should they call Michaelis?
Michaelis is a local, family-owned Indianapolis company with 39 years' experience. We are manning the phones and ready to help 24/7, 365. Michaelis specializes in water damage restoration, is IICRC certified, and will restore your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
I know a big part of getting back to normal is dealing with the insurance company. Can Michaelis help there?
Yes, Michaelis works through the entire process on your behalf to make it easy and give you peace of mind.
If you have water damage, call the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and mold, life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text EQUAL to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text EQUAL to 321-321. That's EQUAL to 321-321.
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear, what's happening?
Yeah, Tony, on the south side, northbound 65, stop-and-go traffic after Southport Road past Keystone Avenue. Yeah, that's a construction zone, but we also have a slide-off around Troy Avenue or a crash in a ditch. That's what I've been told, and this has caused this traffic jam in this awful construction zone. 27-minute delay right now to make it up after Southport Road to Troy Avenue. And there is fog all over the place, especially thick and dense in the rural areas here in the city. If you're looking towards the sky, the ceiling is really low here. So the fog's for real. Please allow a couple of extra minutes before you head out to work and just keep it safe. Traffic sponsored by B-Window. Right now, B-Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust a local. Trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
I don't know what we got here. What is the temperature out there right now? 67 degrees? I'll take it. 67 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
The Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. For hunting, sporting, and personal protection gear, visit the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show.
Do you need air conditioning service? Need to find a local well-trained expert you can trust like Kirby Heating and Air Conditioning? Find that American Standard Air dealer at IndyHomeComfort.com.
More tariffs later. Tornadoes possible.
WIBC.com gives you more than just headlines. It's context, updates, and insight. Whether you're at work, on the move, or catching up late, the latest is already there. Stay in the know while you're on the go at WIBC.com.
Supreme Court saying no to Mexico, and rightfully so. Mexico wants to sue U.S. gun manufacturers. They're saying all these guns have come across the border into Mexico. That's the fault of these gun manufacturers. Actually, I believe that's the fault of Barack Obama and Operation Fast and Furious. No? Nah. Have we forgotten so soon? We shouldn't. Tony Katz, that's me, by the way, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you on the Twitter X at Tony Katz. Yes, I still use X, even though Elon and Donald are having a fight, because I don't care about their fight. Not my pig, not my farm. Give me tax cuts, get me spending cuts, and then stop talking. Don't care about their personalities. I don't care about Congress's personalities. Just do the job I sent you there to do. It's all I can ask for. Happy to see the Supreme Court pushing this to the side. Unanimous decision saying a federal law protecting gun makers from lawsuits over misuse of their weapons holds. Supreme Court with a couple of decisions that would make one happy, because not only did they do this, the Supreme Court with the decision regarding discrimination. This whole idea of reverse racism and all that jazz always was a ridiculous concept. The Supreme Court sent the case of an Ohio woman. She says that she was the victim of reverse discrimination. It now goes back to the lower courts, because discrimination is discrimination. And yes, even white people can be discriminated against. I know. That is a big bubble burst for progressives. What's fascinating is that this decision was unanimous. They stated that this woman's claim of why she was let go is legit. It's a 3-step test for discrimination claims. The first step, a plaintiff must produce enough evidence to support an inference that the employer intended to discriminate. A plaintiff can satisfy it simply by presenting evidence that she applied for an available position for which she was qualified, but was rejected under circumstances which give rise to an inference of unlawful discrimination. It then goes on to say, hey, here's some other things that you can look at. It was Ketanji Brown Jackson who wrote the opinion. That is something else. This is Ames versus Ohio Department of Youth Services. Discrimination is discrimination is discrimination. It's not different if you're black or you're white, if you're Asian or you're Hispanic, if you're gay or straight. Good. Glad we got that understood. It feels excellent. Now let us discuss a problem. And this is once again the world of sports and those who engage in sports commentary who can't accept the fact that two things are very true. First of all, the vast majority of you guys can't do politics, and you should stop. You sound ridiculous. It's enough. And I don't know why it is the vast majority of you are such absolutely ridiculous leftists. Does it get you ingratiated with the players more, get you other access? It's embarrassing, and it's sad, and it's pathetic. And dear Lord, watching the finals between the Pacers and Oklahoma City, where the Pacers take game one in Oklahoma City, 111-110, the heroics again of Tyrese Halliburton cannot be understated or overstated or in any way stated other than, oh my gosh, this guy in the clutch is amazing. And the Pacers tried to give away that game. The 20 turnovers in the first half, good Lord. But you listen to the commentators there. Is everybody pulling for Oklahoma? No one giving the Pacers a shot? No one giving them a chance? How about just breaking down the game itself? But the dismissiveness that these guys all bring in for the Pacers, good Lord. Your job is not to crown a champion. When you're asked for your opinion, you can give it. When you think your opinion is the actual story, you're terrible at what you do. And the vast majority of you sports guys are terrible at what you do. Not only regarding politics. Please stay away from that. Leave that to the pros. I'm sorry, isn't that what we're always told? Leave it to the pros. Isn't that always the thing? I mean, you can talk about it. You just got to accept the fact that you're going to get hit for it when you're terrible. And the vast majority of you are. But what is this? Everything, every bit of the analysis is about this ridiculous skew. Have you not noticed what the Pacers have done? How they turn around their own regular season? Scott Van Pelt, yes. Everybody else, they turn around their regular season. What they have done in these playoffs? Good gosh. It's embarrassing. Embarrassing stuff. And then we learned that Jay-Z, he is Mrs. Beyonce. I believe that's the official term. He placed $1 million bet for the Oklahoma City Thunder to win in 5. So the Pacers must win again. If he wins, he's going to collect $3.3 million. Now, I did not put any money on this whatsoever, although I did promise, if you saw the video from WIBC yesterday, that if the Pacers win, all the cigars for the Pacers are on me. I will, every guy in that team, I will make sure has cigars. I only hope the Pacers let me do this. First of all, I want them to win. I hope they do this. I did not bet on the game. He'll take $3.3 million from his $1 million bet if he wins, and I don't think there's anything better than the idea of Jay-Z losing. I don't know how it's going to work out. I don't know how it's going to play out. But man, that would just be that would be terrific. That would be terrific if Jay-Z just got himself 1 million problems. I mean, I don't think he'll miss the money, but still, I think I feel better. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Southside northbound 65 is jammed up, barely moving in parts after Southport Road past South Keystone Avenue to Troy Avenue. We're in a construction zone, and we have a crash at the top of that delay. A vehicle in the ditch off the right side, causing this delay of 24 minutes. Northeast side, that's a stall. Westbound 465 between I-69 and Allisonville Road and pushed out of the right lane. I'm told it's on the right shoulder now. That's fog this morning. That's the drill. We're looking at Hancock County as we travel westbound through the I-70 construction zone. Yeah, fog. Outside of that, we're moving okay at the moment. Just please keep the low beams on. Out by the airport, dense fog again in spots, so please allow a couple of extra minutes before you head out this morning. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust to local. Trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear at WIBC Traffic.
Comcast Business is celebrating Small Business Month by giving you a $1,000 small business bonus when you switch to a qualifying gig speed package from the company with over 99.99% network reliability. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 1. Company merch for staff. Styling. Or possibility number 24, the latest software. Upgrade. Or possibility number 192, new equipment powered by gig speeds. Or possibility number 555, a 3D printer. Rapid prototyping, anyone? Switch to Comcast Business for over 99.99% network reliability, advanced cybersecurity, and now get started with a $1,000 small business bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
In 6/22/25, new customers only with 2-year agreement. Other restrictions apply.
Tired of using your Indy Summer to paint year after year? Then do what Deanna did. She called Rhino Shield.
I was noticing some cracks and the paint's faded. I was like, okay, I think I should get my house painted. So my neighbor had a Rhino Shield placard in the yard. And after they were finished, I was just, wow. With the warranty and everything, it just seemed silly not to go that route.
The ceramic coating of Rhino Shield is specifically formulated for our climate.
So the Rhino Shield crew came out. Nothing was damaged in the process. I was very happy. They just didn't leave a mess. You couldn't even tell they were there. And the house looked so different. It just looked like a new home.
Backed by a 25-year transferable warranty. And right now, you can have that protection for 10% off the regular price.
Rhino Shield, I think it increases the value and the curb appeal of your home. Definitely worth it.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
The month of May has raced by at Sundown Gardens in Miss M's Home and Garden. Denny Smith here. The June sales are now on. Come shop the great high-quality products at both garden centers and save big this week. It's 20% off annuals and 30% off pottery at both locations. And if you're shopping for poly patio furniture, visit Miss M's in Bargersville for 20% off their patio furniture. Visit Sundown Gardens at 186th Street, Spring Mill Road in Westfield, or Miss M's on State Road 135 in Bargersville.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Hi, Jeff Roush for Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get Lincoln's employee pricing on most all new Lincolns at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers. Get up to $20,000 off select 2024 Navigators, up to $8,000 off select 2024 Nautilus, or up to $7,000 off select 2024 Corsair at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP 105,575, Nautilus MSRP 6195, Corsair MSRP 47,820. Offers going on now. Navigators excluded from employee pricing. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Hey, it's producer Allison reminding you to kick off the weekend today with Hammer and Nigel for, wait for it, Beer Sample Friday. Fun starts at 3 o'clock.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, it's Friday morning and the Pacers are 3 wins away from an NBA title. Those stories and more after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1. Indianapolis at 7 o'clock.
Can they make up? I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's the big question the day after a bitter public fight between President Trump and Elon Musk, who had led the Doge federal cutback effort. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt tells Fox's Hannity.
As a businessman, he has a right to speak for his companies. But as president, President Trump has a responsibility to fight for this country.
Now, Politico reports the two may talk today.
The president is now threatening to cut government subsidies for Musk's companies. So this comes as the Tesla CEO continued his attacks on Trump's big, beautiful bill. But then he took it to a whole new level, saying he thought Trump should be impeached and replaced by J.D. Vance. Musk also took credit for Trump's victory. He said, quote, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election." The president posting on Truth Social saying he asked Musk to leave the government and said Elon was, quote, "wearing thin." Quote, "I took away his electric vehicle mandate that nobody else wanted, and he just went crazy."
Fox's Brooke Sigmund now in post on X last night. Musk appeared open to ending the feud.
replying to someone who wrote, "You're both better than this and cool off." That's good advice. Walking back a threat to no longer let NASA use the SpaceX Dragon. Tesla stock, by the way, went down 14% as that Trump-Musk fight played out. Russia has hit Ukraine hard again.
Overnight in Ukraine, President Volodymyr Zelensky says Russia launched a massive drone and missile attack targeting most of the big cities in his country, including the capital. He says Russia launched over 400 drones and more than 40 missiles, including ballistic missiles.
Fox's Lucas Tomlin, at least 3 people were killed in Kyiv in that barrage. 81 years ago, the World War II D-Day battle was raging on the beaches of Normandy, France, and this morning a commemoration.
It is a sheer privilege to stand in this cemetery among heroes.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says the few dozen surviving veterans who fought on D-Day are also there, some over 100 years old. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Joy in the Circle City as the Pacers pull off another win. Your radar is clear at 68 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 79 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02.
They said Bucks and 4. They said Cavs and 4. They said Knicks and 4. Exactly. Stop overwriting them. Tell them. Let's go, baby.
That was one fan's reaction after this shot from Tyrese Halliburton last night in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. The call from Mark Boyle on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Rebound, Indiana. 8 seconds to go. The Pacers are not going to call a timeout. Halliburton has it with 3, driving with 2, pulling up, and hitting with 0.3 of a second to go. How many more times can this team do that?
Sweet baby.
The final score 111-110. The Pacers are 3 wins away from its first ever title.
It's a total team effort. We had so many guys chip in. Obi was huge off the bench. Miles in the 4th. Andrew Nembhard in the 4th. So many guys step up, and just really proud of this group.
And the Pacers never led in the game until Halliburton's shot went through the net with 0.3 seconds left.
It's a resilient group, a team that just plays to the very end, and have continued to do that. And you know, I sound like a broken record, but we have to continue to do that. And very proud, obviously, but not satisfied. We still got work to do.
That's guard TJ McConnell. Game 2 is on Sunday night. Johnson County Prosecutor Lance Hamner says he's sending a message with the recent conviction of an Indianapolis man. Here's John Herrick.
Javonte Phillips was arrested last year on attempted burglary and resisting law enforcement for trying to rob 2 businesses in Greenwood. Hamner says Phillips was sentenced to 3 years in prison this week.
You know, the signal we're trying to send, we get a lot of out-of-county criminals that come here and think this is an easy place to make a living by not having to work. And the signal we're sending them is, come right on in. We'll send you right over to the Department of Correction. You can spend some time in a steel cage.
Phillips also has 2 pending criminal cases in Marion County. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
City leaders in South Bend are taking a risk on a community ice rink, the Ice Box. They are investing $12 million of taxpayer money. The project added a 3rd sheet of ice, a new lobby, and a modern refrigeration system. Fort Wayne police say that they've arrested 2 teenagers in connection with the murder of an 86-year-old woman. 2 teenagers taken into custody this morning. And if you like lavender and you like farms, then you might like this event.
The Lavender Harvest Extravaganza kicks off on Saturday at Dolly's Farm in Franklin.
We are a lavender and you pick flower farm. We have thousands of people who come to the farm and pick bouquets. Our goal is to help people have special moments that they remember that they had at Dolly's.
Tricia says that you'll find plenty of lavender snacks on the farm, too. Opens at 9, dollysfarm.com. Terry Stacy, WIBC Mobile News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at the sound side, a crash in the construction zone, northbound 65 at Troy. That's after the South Keystone Avenue interchange. And right now, it's off the right shoulder. Vehicle in the ditch and traffic is abysmal. Stopped all the way to 465 and slow to Southport Road. Our delay to make it through that is 23 minutes. I'm considering US 31, especially if I have somewhere to be. And on the northeast side, it's a crash. Northbound 465 at East 71st Street. The fast lane is blocked and traffic is slow to East 56th Street. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping at code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. Well, we've got some of that fog out there, so give yourself plenty of extra time this morning and take it easy. We will look for that fog to burn off, and we'll look for a little bit of sunshine possibly. Later this afternoon, showers and thunderstorms will be possible with highs right around the upper 70s. Tonight, scattered showers and storms, those in, and we'll look for a partly cloudy sky overnight with lows near 63. Heading into the weekend, we'll start off dry on Saturday, and then later in the afternoon and evening, more showers and thunderstorms possible, highs in the upper 70s. Some morning showers on Sunday, but dry conditions for the afternoon with highs near 80.
That is Tara Hastings right there of Wish TV. Thank you, Tara. We appreciate it. 67 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:07.
If it is their ball, let's get the stop. There's going to be a difference in the shot clock and the game clock. We get a stop and get the rebound, we're going to go. Hopefully get the ball in Tyrese's hands and look to make a play.
That's Coach Carlisle. The Pacers 111. Oklahoma City Thunder 110. Hits the shot with 0.3 left on the shot clock. I mean, it's... You know, Mark Boyle did have the perfect call. How many more times is this team going to do that? The last second heroics is just absolutely surreal. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Halliburton here.
I'm obviously confident in my ability, and feel like if I can get to that spot, I feel very comfortable in there. And so, just it's a shot I've worked on a million times, and I'll work on a million times more. So we just have confidence in that shot.
Yeah, you should. You should. This was a game that they really did try and give away, and yet Oklahoma City wanted to give it away more. I think that's the way to describe it. Then we bring it back to Indy. All right, and don't get me wrong, Game 2 is still in Oklahoma City. But here in Indianapolis, we learn that Anthony Richardson, quarterback for the Colts, is going to miss minicamp because of a shoulder injury. And I have to assume this means the Daniel Jones era has begun. Is Anthony Richardson a better quarterback than me? Yes. No question. This is a young man of skill. It's a young man who has talent. I'm not angry with him. But he is very prone to injury. And that does not an NFL player make. Now, maybe he can overcome it. Maybe these are all things that are overcomable, and he can still have a long and an illustrious career, and I would wish him nothing but that. If you're the Colts, you can't walk into this season with this. You can't walk in saying, well, maybe. Well, we'll see. Well, we'll limit the time. Well, we'll change the... You got to have a full-on offense that everybody buys into. And I don't know how you do that with Anthony Richardson at this stage of the game. I'm talking about how you get a team focused. in a year where emotions are already going to be high, considering the loss of Jim Irsay. I don't know how you do this. And, you know, I talk Daniel Jones, but we took another quarterback in the draft, which makes me wonder what the Colts knew and what they didn't know. That quarterback is Riley Leonard. However the Colts decide to do it, I think the one thing that is obvious is that you can't walk into the season thinking that Anthony Richardson is going to be under center. It's a detriment to the team. Just like I think Chris Ballard has been a detriment to the team. Yeah, I'm not a fan. This is no, and I'm now officially going to say that I can't grade Shane Steichen on this stuff. This guy's trying to hold it together with duct tape. This isn't cool. Moves have to be made, and you can't walk into the season. Can't walk into the season like this. And I only hope that Anthony Richardson understands that. Not mad at the dude. Team's got to do what the team's got to do. That's all there is to it. One man's take. Let me know yours on the Twitter X at Tony Katz. Easy to find me. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Spring is here, and that means it's time for new flooring in your home. Brothers Floor Covering is ready to help. Brand new carpet, hardwoods, laminates, and luxury vinyl plank in stock now. Plus, Brothers Floor Covering can get your new flooring installed in as little as 2 weeks. Visit Brothers Floor Covering today at their new location, 8550 North Michigan Road. Discover why buying local means getting more, not paying more. Get the flooring of your dreams installed now. Go to brothers-floorcovering.com. That's brothers-floorcovering.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Hey, Pat Sullivan here. We're turning 71 this year at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. That's 71 years of helping our neighbors with plants, grills, patio furniture, and a whole lot of laughs along the way. To celebrate, we're having our Pop the Balloon sale. Pick your items, pop a balloon at checkout, save 10 to 71% off of the select categories, like plants. Buying a grill over $500, you'll get $71 in free grilling accessories, just a little something extra the Sullivan way. Patio furniture is 30% off, plus an additional 10% off. And this Saturday from 10 to 2 at our Keystone store, join us for the Remembering Rita Barbecue, a fundraiser for the Alzheimer's Association in memory of my mom, Rita. Great food, a great cause, and a great reason to stop by. Sullivan Hardware and Garden, 71st and Keystone, 49th and Penn, Cicero, and Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan in Fishers.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Guys, don't waste time and money with low-quality online TRT that charges you over $100 just to start. Visit the TRT experts at the Low T Center for a free consultation and a free test. Treatment is personalized to your body, and most major insurances accept it. Looking to lose weight? Get a free B12 shot when you start prescription treatment right now at the Low T Center. Offer is limited, but book right now. FixMyLowT.com. That's FixMyLowT.com.
Traffic on the 5s and Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's happening?
Heading towards the south split on the south side, northbound 65. It's a crash before Raymond, and we have a slide off A vehicle in the ditch off the right side. The right lane is blocked and traffic is jammed up to Southport Road. That is a 24-minute delay at the moment. Trouble on the northeast side. 2 crashes. Northbound 465. The first one you'll encounter is at 71st Street. The second one at I-69. The left lane is blocked in both crashes with traffic backed up from I-69 to East 56th Street. A lot of fog out there today. Dense fog, in fact, especially in the rural areas. Please allow a couple of extra minutes, if you would, before you head out and have a safe Friday morning commute. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage for a limited time. Go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping and code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
67 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16. The Popcorn Moment brought to you by Booher Remodeling, Booher. BooherRemodeling.com. That kitchen, that bathroom, that's Booher Remodeling. If it's inside your 4 walls, Booher Remodeling is the call. And I've been talking about how you really need to turn your basement into something that's actually part of the house. If you're watching this finals, could you imagine the ability to watch that on your home theater? 85-inch screen, larger, the seats, the sound, the feel, walking into that place that you have had put your custom touch on to be able to enjoy the game with family, with friends, create memories. Booher Remodeling helps you do all of that. Same thing is true with your kitchen, a kitchen that the family comes around during the holidays where you have that just brief a moment or that detailed interaction. Everything happens in the kitchen. Booher can help with that too. Create more space, more cabinet space, the countertop space, reconfigure the kitchen, make it work for your growing family, make it work for your future. Not only increase the value of your home, but increase the value of your life. The 5-step design process utilized by Booher makes it all happen from that initial consultation to that final bit of finished construction. Booher Remodeling, the one and only call to make sure your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement is working for you and your life. Talk to Booher today. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling. 852-5546 or online at Booher. Booher. BooherRemodeling.com. The Popcorn Moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn because there is more. I do have a twofer for you today because I'm good like that. Because people are weird. Of course, you've got this fight, a feud, I tell you. We need Family Feud music there, producer Carl. I don't have that. We're going to need some feuding music. I don't know that, or I don't know, dueling banjos, something. You know what? We need Family Feud. It's time to play the feud. That's what we've got right there. You have Elon Musk and you have Donald Trump. Elon Musk doesn't like the tax cut bill because there's not enough spending cuts. Trump is saying, Elon, he's gone crazy. He didn't like that we don't have EV mandates. He was wearing thin. Musk is like, I didn't ask for EV mandates. And this bill is terrible. And what happened to the guy from 2013 who wanted spending cuts? And then Trump is like, we're going to cancel contracts with X. And then Musk is like, okay, Donald Trump's in the Epstein files. And everything goes nuts. Everything goes nuts and everybody's taking sides for whatever reason. Like Thomas Massey. Thomas Massey saying that, who's been opposed to this legislation because it doesn't have enough cuts. You haven't seen what are known as the rescission bills in order to get the cuts.
I trust the math from the guy that lands rockets backwards over the politician's math. I think that patient is on life support, and if the Senate thinks they're going to rehabilitate it and rewrite it, I think they're endangering this patient.
this is politics. Everything can come back. But everyone's taken a side. And yes, I do think that this bill can still pass. It's absolutely possible. I don't know where I am on probability. I haven't done a polling of the senators. I haven't done a whip count or anything like that. I'm saying that the idea that somehow this piece of legislation is over.
Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no!
Don't ever discount Senator Blutarski's ability to get something done. Thomas Massey, you do that at your own peril. So that's a take, right? He thinks it's going to die. He's going to go with Elon's math over Trump's math. Whatever. It's a take. It's a hot take. People are going to like it, not like it. Fine. Then there is the dopey take. This is Lulu Garcia Navarro, not that familiar with, although I've seen her before, on CNN.
Lulu, your reaction? I have so many thoughts about this. I think this is bad for Musk. If you look at the history around the world of authoritarians breaking up with their oligarch buddies, those oligarch buddies don't end up in a good place. They either end up impoverished, imprisoned, or dead. I'm not saying that that's...
I'm just going to stop right now and tell you that Lulu Garcia Navarro, whom I don't know, is dumb. And yes, you're not supposed to use words dumb and stupid. I don't use them, and it ends conversation. This is such a ridiculous thing to say. Calling Trump an authoritarian. Trump is such a bad dictator that Elon Musk is still alive. What dictator would accept this from one of his subjects? Shouldn't Elon already be hanging from the highest electrical pole there is? Because that would just be ironic. His oligarch buddies. Good God. You mean like George Soros or Alex Soros? Which oligarch buddy? J.B. Pritzker or Oprah? Which oligarch buddy? You're utilizing the Bernie Sanders language? Going after billionaires is cool. He used to go after millionaires, but now he is one. They end up impoverished, imprisoned, or dead. What is wrong with you? When the political left was attacking people who own Teslas and setting Tesla dealerships on fire, were you worried about whether or not Elon was going to be impoverished? These people are just gross. They're gross and they're ignorant and they're not worthy of your time or your love. Lulu Navarro Garcia is not worthy of anything. Why would CNN put her on? Because of comments like this? This is considered to be like good TV? This is dopey. She's an ignorant woman. Say so. Tony, you can't say that about her. Are you saying she's ignorant because she's a woman? I am saying she's ignorant and a woman. Sometimes there are ignorant men out there. But enough about James Carville. It's wrong to say she's an ignorant woman. She is what she is. I'm not apologizing for it. Why in the bloody world would I? Some people are afraid of honesty. I'm not one of those people. Just a dopey thing to say. And man, there's a lot of dopiness. As for this fight, I think this is great for the chattering classes. I just can't tell you how much I don't care. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm above it all. It's that I think that where our focus needs to be is what's the legislation, where are the spending cuts, where are the tax cuts. There's a whole conversation here about whether or not states can engage regulation of AI. Why would there be a moratorium, a 10-year moratorium on states and their ability to take a look at what AI is doing? Why is that in legislation? Shouldn't that be a conversation separate? Why is that in here? So those conversations about pork or those conversations about things that are add-ons, those are valuable. And I said this yesterday. I don't know if I said in the morning or on Tony Katz today, people talking about the Republican Party's civil war. And I was like, no. That's just all silliness. And I also said that, it's like a calm before the storm. And maybe that was the storm. But it's not anything that moves or should move. Speaker Johnson still has a job to do. Get the tax cuts passed, get rescission bills through already, or at least on the docket, if you will, so Republicans know that we're serious about the actual spending cuts, and you'll get more people on your side. But to trust that you'll get to it later, no one's going to do that. They don't actually trust Trump for that one. They don't trust him on the spending cuts. He hasn't proven he's a spending cut guy. That's why you got to do it now while you have the leverage. I believe you might read about leverage in a book called The Art of the Deal. Speaker Johnson, this is about you. Do your job, son. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
All right, northeast side, crashing on northbound 465. The first one just cleared at East 71st Street. That's a start. The second one out of the interstate over to the right shoulder. That's also a good update right there. As traffic is stop and go back to Penn Pike. Now northbound 65. We had a crash earlier in a construction zone. Cleanup continues at Troy Avenue between Keystone and Raymond. Okay, and the right lane is closed. A car off in the ditch, just kind of hanging out. Traffic is stopped back to Southport Road for a delay of 30 minutes. I would strongly consider 31 East instead. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping at code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with Traffic on the Fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, it's producer Allison reminding you to kick off the weekend today with Hammer and Nigel for, wait for it, Beer Sample Friday. Fun starts at 3 o'clock.
Have a plan, make smart investments. That's a common sense approach to your financial future. And that's why Trajan Wealth will help you manage your financial portfolio. That's the way they do it. Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth, your fiduciary advisors. Trajan Wealth believes in protecting your investments while making you money. They look at your risk tolerance and are always planning for your long-term goals. Short-term goals, too, okay? Call and learn about these strategies and set an appointment. 317-480-4040 or just head for TrajanWealth.com. Your first appointment is free. Trajan's team of financial experts get to know you and then fit you with this tailor-made financial portfolio just for you, man. That's all about your hopes and dreams. Call 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first appointment is on them. 317-480-4040. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in focus and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Integrity, responsibility, humility.
Commitment, discipline, grit.
Leadership, resilience, dependability.
This is what it takes to be a high school student athlete. It's also what it takes to be a high school sports fan. Plus,
loyalty, sportsmanship, respect.
Support, encouragement, being a positive role model.
Buying a ticket, showing up, cheering loud and proud.
I'm Robert Falcons, Assistant Commissioner of the IHSAA, and these student athletes need your support in the stands.
I'm Sawyer Tittman from Fort Wayne Snyder High School.
I'm Allie Ward from Boonville High School.
I'm Owen Fouts from Yorktown High School. It means a lot when we have fans at our games to cheer us on.
It helps us dig even deeper and do our very best.
It takes all of us to represent our school and community with pride.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is supporting your student athletes. This is showing up for your team. This is your IHSAA.
Trust employee owned. B Windows extending our employee discount to you. Up to 55% off, plus 18 months, no interest, no payments. Trust your home to B.
Are you planning for your retirement? Ensure you're on the right track with a crucial step, tax planning. At Absolute Wealth Management, LLC, every retirement plan we design includes comprehensive tax planning. Imagine maximizing your savings while minimizing tax burdens. Tax planning isn't just about the present. It's a cornerstone for retirement planning. The less you have to give to Uncle Sam, the more cash flow you have in retirement. So take control of your financial situation. Proper tax planning can help optimize your retirement income, leaving you with more time to enjoy the life you've worked hard for. Let us help you create a tax-efficient retirement plan. Your future self will thank you. Call Absolute Wealth Management, LLC, 317-288-0634. That's 317-288-0634. Or visit AbsoluteWealthManagementLLC.com. William Gonzalez offers investment advisory service through Gradient Advisors, LLC, 877-885-0508, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Absolute Wealth Management is not a registered investment advisor nor an affiliate of Gradient Advisors. Gradient Advisors, LLC, and its advisors do not render tax, legal, or accounting advice. Insurance offered through William Gonzalez, independent agent.
The June sales are on at Sundown Gardens. 20% off annuals, 30% off pottery, 186th Street and Spring Mill Road, sundown.gardens.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
President Trump says the beef with Musk started over mandates. Radar clear in downtown Indianapolis. It is foggy this morning, but no dense fog advisory in effect. It is 68 degrees on Monument Circle, going up to 80 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31. Those electric vehicle mandates were originally part of what President Trump calls his one big, beautiful bill. But yesterday afternoon, Elon Musk began posting criticism on X on his disapproval of that legislation.
There's a lot of money for electric vehicles, and they're having a hard time, the electric vehicles, and they want us to pay billions of dollars in subsidy. And, Elon knew this from the beginning. He knew it for a long time ago.
And with more on this story, the beef between Donald Trump and Elon Musk, here's Fox's Ryan Schmelz.
Musk firing back, saying, whatever, but, quote, ditch the mountain of disgusting pork in the bill. Green energy tax credits have become one of the big debate topics in the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Some Republicans want them eliminated to save money, while others believe the incentives can be good for the economy.
And the two men are supposed to speak at some point today. House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer has subpoenaed former President Joe Biden's White House doctor, Fox's Chanley Painter.
Dr. O'Connor conducted the former president's annual physical, where in 2024 he described Biden as a, quote, healthy, active, robust 81-year-old male who remains fit to successfully execute the duties of the presidency. Well, in a letter to the doctor, Comer wrote this, quote, the committee expressed its interest in whether your financial relationship with the Biden family affected your assessment of former President Biden's physical and mental fitness to fulfill his duties as president. And the House investigation will also explore the possibility that Biden's auto pen was used to carry out sweeping presidential actions.
And the former president has denied that his mental capabilities declined during his term. The Senate is also planning to hold a hearing about the president's term. A child has died in a house fire. It happened in Rush County. The child died here in Indianapolis after being taken from a home along the 200 block of North County Road 700 West in Arlington. Firefighters found the house fully engulfed in flames and discovered a young child inside. The man responsible for one of the longest trials in Indiana State's history has died. Here's Johnette Cruz.
An Indiana death row inmate convicted nearly 30 years ago for a triple murder has died. John Stevenson suffered a heart attack while playing basketball last month at the Miami Correctional Facility in Kokomo. He was sentenced to death back in 1997 for the 1996 slayings of Jay and Kathy Tyler and Brandy Southard in Warwick County. Stevenson, who was involved in what was Indiana's longest trial lasting 140 days, was 61 years old. Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Sports on WIBC brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. All right, the Indiana Pacers did not lead all game last night in Game 1 of the NBA Finals until this shot by Tyrese Halliburton.
Rebound, Indiana. 8 seconds to go. The Pacers are not going to call a timeout. Halliburton has it with 3, driving with 2, pulling up, and hitting with 0.3 of a second to go. How many more times can this team do that?
Sweet. Baby. Maybe just a couple of more times. Mark Boyle on the Elevance Health Radio Network. Tyrese Halliburton, another game-winning shot. And he told ESPN how he did it.
Yeah, man, we got to stop. Coach, trust us in those moments to not call timeouts. Trust me in those moments. Guys, trust me. And just trying to make a play. Man, basketball's fun, man. Winning is fun. That's a great win for us.
The Pacers are 3 wins away from their first ever title.
You know, they went up 15. We just said, hey, let's just keep chipping away at the rock. Just chip away and hang in. And we've had a lot of experience in these kinds of games.
Head coach Rick Carlisle, Game 2 Sunday night in OKC. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go. And at WIBC.com at 7:35. Traffic on the 5s. What are you watching for us, Matt Bear?
Right, it's on the south side where crash cleanup continues. Northbound 65 between South Keystone Avenue and Raymond Street. It is a crash blocking the right lane. There's a car in a ditch, and traffic is stopping. Go back to Southport Road. Our delay time is at 37 minutes. I'm considering 31 instead. Northeast side, first crash cleared at northbound 465 71st, second crash on the shoulder. Northbound 465 at I-69. No delay there. We do have a slowdown going into Lawrence, northbound 465 after I-70 up to Penn Pike. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
67 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
Whenever I'm out a wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the Marketplace, the chance to prove your Tyrese Halliburton love. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. During downtime, I'm clearing my head. I'm getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. Cool stuff, odd stuff, interesting stuff, strange stuff, weird stuff. It's all there. The Marketplace segment brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your money. Go and get it, IndianaUnclaimed.gov. So easy to do, fast, easy, and free. It's just waiting for you. Today, and I find things, I bring them to the Marketplace today. It's about the Pacers, as it should be from the Marketplace. This is the way you show your Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton, game-winning clutch shot love. Matt Bear, would you like to take a moment now to talk about how much you love and adore Tyrese Halliburton?
He's not Paul George or Victor Oladipo, so I love the man. I think he's fantastic. He's a great leader of the community, and I like what he said. Ryan played it just a couple of minutes ago about how humble he was and just how he wants the shot at the end of the game, and we all want to be that guy at the end of the game, and especially buy one of these very fancy necklaces on the Marketplace of a man holding himself.
Which is what he's doing. By the way, he brought up Paul George. There's an excellent piece from the Wall Street Journal.
Tony, can I say this? I as soon as I said that about him and Victor Oladipo, I was like, you horse's ass. I mean, this was such a long time ago, and there are so many good things happening right now. Why do I have to bring that up?
Stop. Listen to me. There is an article in the Wall Street Journal about how the Pacers don't become the Pacers, and Oklahoma City doesn't become Oklahoma City in terms of these teams if both didn't have to deal with Paul George, who now is not a part of either team.
Yeah, I read. I didn't read the article. Yeah,
it is fantastic. Paul George deserves all the derision he gets. Victor Oladipo, that's what we call him around here.
Shazam!
Oh, let the two of them, I don't know where they're sitting and watching the game, but we all know they're sitting and watching the game. We gave you our love and you spit on us. And you know what we did? We said, bless your heart. And we found better.
We embraced them.
We found our boo.
Yeah, like a baby goat holding.
That's what, not like a baby goat.
Oh.
Don't ruin the moment.
Sorry.
Bastard.
Sorry, that's just what I was thinking of. That's all.
Doesn't always have to be like this with you.
I'm just saying, you cuddle a baby goat in your arms.
This right here is a necklace, a Halliburton Pacers pendant. Oversized chain pendant, 3D printed, approximately 9 inches by 4.5. It's for the pendant only, and it's the outline of Tyrese Halliburton. And you described, Matt Bear, that you thought he was holding himself?
He's holding himself here, yes.
Yeah, it's not a hug, people. No, he's not hugging himself.
It looks like, it's permanent, like you're sitting in a recliner. Where your
your
hand might go.
Looks like you're trying to hold something up.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
That might be.
I suck today, man. I'm sorry.
It might be rather heavy.
Yeah. Well,
not the pendant. What it is, Tyrese is holding in the pendant.
Depends on.
Hey now.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
Do I have to explain it any further?
Please do.
I don't think I can. I realized that I might have a radio problem if I do.
I've always wanted to be Tyrese Halliburton.
Always?
Yeah, ever since I was a little kid.
That's what I thought.
Amazing. Everybody was cheering for Michael Jordan. I said, Tyrese is my guy.
Would you wear this pendant right now? It doesn't come with the chain, just the pendant. Would you wear this? Would you buy this for $15?
Hell yes. All day I would wear that to work, to the gym. I'd wear it while I shower. I love this pendant. I think it's awesome, especially for the price, and I love the Pacers. So, absolutely.
I want to say for the record, this is not officially licensed. This is not officially licensed Indiana Pacers gear.
Burn it.
I'm just saying it should be.
Oh. Yeah, I think so too.
You could be like, hey, it's a little, it's a little foul, it's a little blue, a little whatever. Yeah, why not?
If you think that, then you're a little foul and blue.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You know who told me it was a little foul and blue? A nun. You just told her she's foul. That's so wrong.
Thank you, Sister Margaret.
It's $15, and I know that Matt Bear is in, so maybe we'll order one for you and wear it during traffic.
I'm going to start a bidding war.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it. You're offering $22.50?
That's right. $22.50 in the back.
But it's not considered like foul to you? Like you'd still wear this?
Yeah, I'd wear it anywhere. I'd wear it to Thanksgiving. I mean, it's fun. It's Pacers. Right. And everybody loves the Pacers, and they should right now. I mean, it's a team. I mean, I look at it like, here I go. I look at it like this. The Pacers are 3 wins away from a championship, and the Colts are entering the Daniel Jones era. So... kind of a yin and a yang going on. So it's something to really be excited about. We have Caitlin Clark with the fever. I mean, it's a great time to be an Indy sports fan.
The Halliburton Pacers pendant. Get one from Meemaw for Thanksgiving. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
The NBA Finals about to begin. Rebound, Indiana. 8 seconds to go.
The Pacers with a chance to win it.
The Pacers are not going to call a timeout.
Final seconds.
Halliburton with 3.
Halliburton looking.
Driving with 2.
Pulls off. Jump shot.
And hitting.
It's good. It's good.
With 3/10 of a second to go.
Game 2 of the NBA Finals.
How many more times?
Sunday night starting at 8 on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text EQUAL to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text EQUAL to 321-321. That's EQUAL to 321-321.
Nobody
Nobody cares for you like family. Family Heating and Air.
Hi, this is Malia with Family Heating and Air, and as a mom myself, I know it's really important to keep the kiddos healthy. Air quality, humidity, those are super big issues on my concern list. If you share any of these concerns, give family a call, 317-577-8077.
Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with national LTE coverage. Go to rapidradios.com and you'll get up to 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO for an additional 5% off.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are we feeling?
South side crash in a construction zone, northbound 65 at South Troy Avenue. Okay, so between Keystone and Raymond. Right now, the right lane is blocked, and I'm told that we have a car in a ditch off the right side. So traffic is slow back to Southport Road, jammed to 465. Nasty delay of 32 minutes, maybe 31 is the better option. I think it is. Northbound 465 on the east side, stop and go from 70 up to Penn Pike in a crash. Northbound 465 at I-69 on the shoulder. Watch out for the fog, I say, as we pull up these 465 I-69 cameras. Dense fog in this area, really all over the place today. If you can give yourself some time, you'll have yourself a better chance to be on time as you make it to work today. Traffic sponsored by B-Window. Right now, B-Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months no interest or payments. Trust local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
67 degrees in the American Standard. Cooling weather center at the time is 7:46.
You support them. Who supports you? Matt Bear and Ryan Hedrick provide insight, encouragement, and resources to help you navigate a loved one's recovery on the Supporting Sobriety podcast. Listen and get support wherever you get your podcasts.
At Puccini's, we think less screen time and more quality mealtime is the better way. Eat, talk, and dine with less blue light glaring or talking heads blaring while enjoying great food at a reasonable price is the Puccini's way. Dine in for hot, delicious food prepared fresh and to your liking. If you need anything, we're right there so you'll leave full and happy. We have delivery options and carryout, but let's start dining in together again the way we all used to enjoy so much.
Puccini's Pizza, Pasta, Puccini's.
Well, of course I want the Pacers to win, but man, if you do it in 6, that means 3 games in Indianapolis. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. That means the cash. But exactly what is the economic impact that comes? Chris Gall joins me right now, Executive Vice President, Chief Marketing Officer of VisitIndy.com. We take a look at the fact that you had Pacers and Racers, which brought a lot of attention to the city. That brings us to the Pacers in the NBA Finals, which is all going to lead to the WNBA All-Star Game here in Indianapolis. It is a nice 1, 2, 3 kind of punch. You could talk to me about if you've seen an increase, what the increase has been because of this. But when you take a look at the finals for the NBA, what is the projected impact? How do you prepare for that?
Tony, good morning. Thanks for having me on. It's really hard to estimate what the finals will bring to our city. There's so many factors at play. However, we know in looking at hotels and what type of rates they can command over the home games during the finals, when we looked at Airbnb data heading into the finals, there's been a double-digit increase in occupancy, hotel occupancy, Airbnb occupancy, and about a 25% increase in the hotel rate. So that's a lead indicator for us that fans are coming, visitors are coming, and they're able to spend a little bit more money here in the capital city.
What pushes you guys more? Like part of your look, as I understand it, is future looking. So do you see these events as marketing tools for the future, and how do they? Let's start there. How do they get applied if you do?
And that's part of the economic impact, Tony. I'm glad you brought that up. Each and every major sporting event, including these NBA Finals games, we activate seats in the stands and invite prospective meeting planners, people who have never booked Indianapolis. We invite them to come in as our guests to see this game. And whether they're a Pacers fan or OKC fan, the novelty of coming to an NBA Finals game in Indianapolis is a hot ticket. And so we are putting people into places. Some of these are medical meeting decision makers, tech and bio-life science meeting decision makers. They'll be our guests. They'll see the game, but they'll also see the city behind the finals. And that is invaluable as we look to try to turn their attention to book convention business into the future.
Talking to Chris Gall, Executive Vice President, Chief Marketing Officer for VisitIndy.com. When you're bringing somebody in and we're buying their ticket, we're letting them see the game, what kind of spend are you hoping for?
Well, ultimately, some of these major conventions and meetings can bring tens of millions of dollars to the capital city if they book and when they book Indianapolis. And then the leisure visitor, Tony, on average, about $300 per person per day. For an NBA Finals, for a hot ticket, for the summer months when school is out and the disposable income is being invested and spent, that could surge up to $400 to $500 per person per day. And that's really coming off 2024, which was a record-setting year for Indianapolis tourism. And as we look at all of our metrics, all of our key performing indicators, thus far, halfway through the year, it is looking to be another incredibly busy year for the capital city in terms of tourism, and all the metrics are skyrocketing up. You mentioned Racers and Pacers, WNBA, All-Star Game. It's just setting up to be another really blockbuster year for Indy tourism.
But we don't have a number that if we have a finals, as we do, and we get 3 games in Indianapolis, that's going to mean X. We don't have a number yet of what we think that is, a projection, a thought, an idea, throw a dart at the board.
If we were to do kind of the pre-game, pre-finals estimate, based on all the indicators we're looking at, it's probably $50 to $60 million when it's all said and done, when all the components shake in and shake out. And that's a very conservative number. That takes into consideration only 2 games. If you get a third game, if you get more people visiting, all the support staff, all the visitors who don't even have a game ticket but just want to be part of the action and tune in at a bar or restaurant in downtown Indianapolis, that spending will definitely increase. So we'll be anxious to see if we get 2 games, maybe 3 and win at home. There's also the broadcast media exposure of these nationally televised games coming in and out of commercials that's invaluable when you're in the business of selling and marketing a city like we do at Visit Indy.
Talking to Chris Gall, Executive Vice President, Chief Marketing Officer of Visit Indy. We have other things going on. We mentioned, of course, the WNBA All-Star Game, which is going to be huge. We've got the swim trials for the Olympics. We're rebuilding a swimming pool at Lucas Oil. We're doing this again?
We're doing it again. The Indiana Sports Corps and USA Swimming and Lucas Oil Stadium teaming up again, 2028, an Olympic year, and we're going to put swimming pools back in Lucas Oil Stadium, which is now being emulated by cities like LA, and we're proud to steer that back to Indianapolis.
So this is all sports, how we built this city. I have made the argument that we need other things. We need the arts. We need other things happening in the city. As Visit Indy, do you rely on the sports things to shore up the convention business? Is it just our downtown proximity to other things downtown that shores up that convention business? Or are there other things we should be looking at, things to bring in outside of that sports world to help people realize this is the place to be?
Well, sports has been a long time calling card for Indianapolis, and it continues to pay off and turn the attention of people to our city. I'll tell you what, Tony, over the last decade, 2014 to 2024, we've booked 353 medical meetings. And that's been an emphasis for us at Visit Indy to try to get more medical meetings into Indianapolis. And so we're proud that those pieces are putting into place. So when you can layer in sports and medical meetings and conventions and international trade shows, we've seen an interest in trade shows that have a large international European delegation because of the new nonstop from Indy to Dublin. That's been helpful in putting other pieces into place. But to your point, to be successful from a tourism perspective, sports is the foundational block. You look at medical meetings, bio-life science meetings, and then leisure tourism, which is often maybe underlooked and hear from listeners because you think of Indianapolis from a convention and major sporting event perspective. Every day, especially during the summer months, we have people arriving by car for leisure trips. Chicago, St. Louis, Detroit, Nashville is an emerging market for Indianapolis. St. Louis, Columbus, Ohio. People come here to see the world's largest children's museum, to see a player performance, to see Colts summer camp as that lights up. And so even last night for the Pacers game, the watch party at Gamebridge Fieldhouse, families arrived to come check into hotels and check out Gamebridge as part of leisure tourism.
That is Chris Gall right there, Executive Vice President, Chief Marketing Officer. Visit Indy.com. I appreciate taking the time, man. Talk to you soon. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Southside crash in the construction zone of I-65 going northbound 65 after South Keystone Avenue. We have the right lane blocked car at ditch and traffic stopped back to Southport Road. 39-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services plus 18 months no interest or payments. Trust a local, trust employee owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. Matt Barrett, WIBC Traffic.
The Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. For hunting, sporting, and personal protection gear, visit the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show.
Summer is here and it's time to think about cleaning your carpets, but don't even think about renting one of those DIY units at the grocery store. Hi, this is Denny Smith for Zero Res, and right now, get 3 rooms of carpet cleaning starting at just $129 and $75 off air duct cleaning. That's the perfect way to refresh your home. Vacuuming is not sufficient to maintain the cleanliness and lifespan of your carpet. And please don't do it yourself with DIY, dirt-attracting, carpet-soaking machines. With those machines, there's no possible way to extract all of that dirty water out of the carpet, and it'll probably leave a nice layer of mud under the carpet. At Zero Res, there's a reason they have 4,900 plus 5-star Google reviews. So just call Zero Res with their patented ZR water that cleans with no soaps, no residue, and no harsh chemicals. Just fresher carpets and cleaner air for your family. Call now, mention WIBC, get 3 rooms cleaned starting at just $129 plus $75 off air duct cleaning. 317-388-5141 or ZeroResIndy.com.
There's something timeless about radio. It's where stories are told, ideas are shared, and communities stay connected. Our generation grew up with it, and we still believe in the power of tuning in. At Howard Bailey Financial, we believe planning for retirement should feel just as familiar and trusted. That's why we're bringing real conversations and practical advice to the airwaves. Join us every Sunday at 9 p.m. for our Retire with Purpose Radio Hour, right here on 93.1 WIBC. We'll talk about what really matters in retirement, income you can count on, choices you can feel good about, and a future that reflects your values. Because some things, like good planning and good radio, never go out of style. Howard Bailey Financial, retirement planning that speaks your language. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com. The Retire with Purpose Radio Hour is a paid placement on each airing station.
Hi, Jeff Roush for Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get Lincoln's employee pricing on most all new Lincolns at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers. Get up to $20,000 off select 2024 Navigators, up to $8,000 off select 2024 Nautilus, or up to $7,000 off select 2024 Corsair at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP 105,575, Nautilus MSRP 61,995, Corsair MSRP 47,820. Offers going on now. Navigators excluded from employee pricing. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All-American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in focus and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. Service today. Today.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, Tyrese Halliburton had the ball in the final seconds, and that story after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
Maybe they won't talk. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. A Reuters report that there won't be a call today between President Trump and Elon Musk contradicts what Politico had said that they will. The day after a public feud following Musk, who led Doge's federal cutbacks, railing against the president's budget bill.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if it will anymore.
Fox's Peter Ducey's at the White House.
The lowest blows came from Elon's side when he posted, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election." And then this one, time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public.
Referencing the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking case, he had committed suicide in jail awaiting trial. Now, Musk appears open to cooling things off, with a few posts on X seeming to agree with people urging him and the president to stop feuding. President Trump's latest attempt to punish Harvard, accusing the university of letting anti-Semitism thrive on campus, has been blocked. His order attempted to prevent Harvard from enrolling new foreign students. Fox's Kristen Goodwin reports.
In an updated complaint, Harvard asks a federal judge to block the order, accusing the Trump administration of unlawfully retaliating against the school and violating First Amendment rights.
And the judge did, ruling in Harvard's favor. Russia bombarded Ukraine overnight after leader Vladimir Putin had vowed to retaliate to Ukraine's big weekend drone attack deep inside Russia. In the overnight barrage, Russia launched more than 400 drones and missiles, doing damage in several regions of Ukraine, killing at least 3 people. Now to France. That ceremony commemorates the D-Day battle that was raging 81 years ago on the beaches of Normandy, key to defeating the Nazis in World War II.
We must teach our kids and grandkids to understand, to remember, and to live worthy.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth in Normandy, along with nearly 24 survivors who fought there and have returned. Some are over 100 years old. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Tyrese Halliburton is so cold and the Pacers are so hot. Clear radar downtown, 68 degrees on Monument Circle, a high of 79. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Window Nation. Here's what's trending at 8:02.
The Pacers with a chance to win it. Final seconds, no fouls to give. Halliburton looking. Halliburton driving, pulls up, jump shot. It's good! It's good! With 0.3 of a second remaining.
The call on ESPN is Tyrese Halliburton drills another game winner, this time in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Pacers 111, Thunder 110. Indiana never led until that shot went through with 0.3 seconds left. Here's the reaction from the watch party at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Fans going crazy and then taking to the streets. And after the game, Halliburton says his team likes this underdog thing.
After you have a run like last year, and you get swept in the Eastern Conference Finals, and all the conversation is about is how you don't belong there and how you lucked out to get there and that it was a fluke, guys are going to be pissed off.
So with the win, the Pacers have taken away home court advantage from the Oklahoma City Thunder, a team that won 68 games all season. Game 2 Sunday night in OKC. Evansville police say they're looking for a 32-year-old man named Devin Prickrell, who's been missing since April 25th. Investigators say that nobody's heard from him in more than a month. In Johnson County,
it's just what we had was an attempted burglary, and the law enforcement were able to respond quick enough to get him.
That's County Prosecutor Lance Hamner.
You know, the signal we're trying to send, that we get a lot of out-of-county criminals that come here and think this is an easy place to make a living by not having to work, and the signal we're sending them is, come right on in. We'll send you right over to the Department of Correction. You can spend some time in a steel cage.
19-year-old Devontae Phillips convicted on 2 counts of attempted burglary and resisting law enforcement. Well, Pacers fans were left hanging as a Fort Wayne station cut away from the game to tease last night's news.
Point lead. SGA the drive inside. Shot blocked. Siakam throws it back.
Next on 21 Alive News, the man who was brutally
just
beaten
as
at Pike's
Pascal
Pub last week has
Siakam
come forward.
swatted away a layup from
Also
Thunderstar
tonight, a
Shea
big night
Gilgeous
for Pacer fans
Alexander.
as Indiana is in
The
the NBA
Pacers
Finals.
charged down the court,
A local business
trailing by
from
3,
the
and
Yes Sir. I'm Amar Boss,
WPTA,
Fort
the
Wayne's
local
most watched
ABC
news.
affiliate, decided it was the perfect time to cut away from the game for a promo for news. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. We're not cutting away from traffic. Here's Matt Baer.
All right, Brian. Look at the northbound 65. It's a crash on the south side of the construction zone. Right lane is closed. Traffic is backed up to Southport Road. Delay time of 32 minutes. Northeast side, northbound 465 at I-69. That's a crash on the right shoulder. Eastbound 465 slows on the north side. Ditch Road over to Meridian 31. Traffic sponsored by Payday, packed with peanuts and filled with golden caramel. Payday is one hard-working candy bar. So grab one now to power you through the day. Payday Peanut Caramel Bar. Get to it. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. We've got some patchy fog out there this morning. Pretty thick in some locations. I do think in the next couple of hours we'll begin to see that fog dissipate. Could even see a little bit of sunshine. Later this afternoon, scattered showers and thunderstorms possible with highs around 79. Tonight, those showers and thunderstorms come to an end. We'll look for partly cloudy skies overnight with lows falling to 63. On Saturday, we'll start off dry, but later in the afternoon and evening, more spotty showers and thunderstorms develop. Highs near 79. Also 79 on Sunday, morning showers, and then dry for the end of the weekend.
That is Tara Hastings, who won $32,000 on last night's game.
I did?
You didn't place the bet?
I gotta check my PayPal account here.
Sounds to me like you didn't place the bet.
I did not place the bet.
Yeah, well, take that back. Tara Hastings won nothing on last night's game.
That is correct. Yes.
Correct. That is correct.
I know.
By the way, her the password to her PayPal account, I hate Phil Sanchez.
How did you know?
Honestly, the only password more popular is 1234 and password.
Right. That is correct.
So, check that out. Tara Hastings, always appreciate it. Thank you. 68 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:07.
Rebound, Indiana. 8 seconds to go. The Pacers are not going to call a timeout. Halliburton has it with 3, driving with 2, pulling up, and hitting with 0.3 of a second to go. How many more times can this team do that?
Sweet baby. I'm going to say 3, Mark. At least 3 more times. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. The Pacers 111, Oklahoma City 110. The Pacers did not want to win this game, and Oklahoma City wanted to win less. I mean, that's just the only way to describe what you saw with the amount of turnovers. And there's a moment where Siakam sees Tyrese Halliburton in the tunnel, and after the win, and Siakam's like, we got to do so much better. We played terrible. And so that is everything you want to see. Everything you want to see. That is, of course, one of the biggest stories. And then Anthony Richardson on the sidelines. He has a shoulder injury. He will not be participating in the in the mini camp. We don't know how things will go from there. Bring on Daniel Jones. Bring on Riley Leonard. Whatever. I don't know who your quarterback is going to be. Maybe getting rid of Joe Flacco wasn't the best thing to do. I don't know. But I know is you can't start a season thinking that Anthony Richardson's going to be under center. That's just not happening. Talented guy. I wish him a future. But it's not going to be here. I think it's time to admit that for sure. Caitlin Clark, staying on the sports tip, she's going to have her quad injury reevaluated. Certainly it's affecting ticket sales where she is not playing and audience on TV. They come for Caitlin. Opportunities will grow, but they come for Caitlin, and still no one is watching for Angel Reese except to see how many shots she misses. It's become a drinking game with people. And then last but not least right now, Chuck Lofton, WTHR, the man who has brought you weather, I think, for 40 years. 40 years in Indianapolis. Today is his last day on WTHR. In the couple of times I spoke to Chuck Lofton, he's always been very polite. He is probably one of the kinder people you'll ever meet. I've never actually thought he liked me. I've always thought that he's just such a polite guy that he says the polite thing and moves on with his day. But we've never had a chance to sit, chat, have a talk or anything else like that. And I could be completely wrong, or I could be very, very right. They have renamed over there WTHR, the news broadcast studio, to the Chuck Lofton studio. 40 years is a career, no matter who you are or where you're at. That's impressive stuff. Impressive indeed. All the best to him. All the best to him and his future. I hope he has a good time. I hope he lives long and is just, I don't know, fulfilling that soul, which he seems to understand is important. Always appreciated that. Chuck Lofton retiring today. Send him your love on the social medias. We take a look at what's been going on across the country regarding illegal immigration, regarding sanctuary cities, regarding what some of these people are doing in terms of damage to Americans. What are we doing in Indianapolis? Timothy O'Malley, special agent in charge of the FBI of Indianapolis, scheduled to join us next. We will discuss the role of the FBI, what they're doing, and how they're working with local law enforcement to keep Hoosiers safe. That is coming up. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This summer, your hair deserves to shine as bright as the sun. Hey, y'all, it's Mindy Winkler from 97.1 Hank FM. We Grow Hair Indy wants to help keep your hair as strong and healthy as ever. UV rays, chlorine, salt water, and heat styling for frizz control can seriously hurt your hair at the root. So let's refresh it at We Grow Hair Indy. I love going out on our pontoon, swimming in our chlorinated pool, but I used to be really bad at not wearing a hat or rinsing my hair with fresh water soon after, all of which were impacting my hair and scalp. I can't even tell you how many times I used to burn my scalp when on vacation, which luckily didn't completely damage my follicles. Plus, my hair frizzes so easily, I have to make sure to apply a heating protecting product before I use my flat iron. Treatments like laser hair therapy and PRP can help restore your sun-damaged hair. So let's make this your best hair season yet. Set up your free consultation with We Grow Hair Indy at 317-522-2995. That's 317-522-2995. Or visit their website, WeGrowHairIndy.com.
Hammer and Nigel here for Window Nation. Summer's here. So are the rising temperatures. Before you know it, you're going to be wondering what else you can do to keep cool during these hot days of summer. Beat the heat and keep the AC in your home with Window Nation's energy-efficient vinyl windows. Buy 4 windows, get 4 windows for free during their big, awesome semi-annual sale, and a free entry door when you purchase a house of windows. Plus, no money down, no interest, no monthly payments until 2027. Get this deal, lock it in right now, but you have to say Hammer and Nigel sent you. You don't get the deal unless you say Hammer and Nigel sent you. The big semi-annual sale from Window Nation. Buy 4 windows, get 4 windows for free, a free entry door when you purchase a house of windows. You don't pay anything until 2027. Schedule that free estimate right now at 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating Small Business Month by giving you a $1,000 small business bonus when you switch to a qualifying gig speed package from the company with over 99.99% network reliability. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 1, company merch for staff. Stylin'. Or possibility number 24, the latest software upgrade. Or possibility number 192, new equipment powered by gig speeds. Or possibility number 555, a 3D printer. Rapid prototyping, anyone? Switch to Comcast Business for over 99.99% network reliability, advanced cybersecurity, and now get started with a $1,000 small business bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
In 6/22/25, new customers only with 2-year agreement. Other restrictions apply.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to goodrx.com/GLP. That's goodrx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear, what's going on?
South side crash northbound 65 before Raymond Street, blocking the right lane in the construction zone and jamming up traffic back to Southport Road. It's a 33-minute delay, 31 a likely alternative. Looking at the northeast side crash, northbound 465 at I-69. Right shoulder is blocked, no delay. Traffic sponsored by Payday, packed with peanuts and filled with golden caramel. Payday is one hard-working candy bar. So grab one now to power you through the day. Payday Peanut Caramel Bar. Get into it. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
68 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:16. So we have seen the effects of illegal immigration nationwide. Tony Katz, great to be with you. And we certainly saw in Boulder, Colorado, as the number is now 15 people who were injured by this Egyptian national in the country overstaying his visas, trying to set Jews or Israel supporters on fire with Molotov cocktails and makeshift flamethrower. We have seen this in a multiplicity of places where the failures to protect the border have led to a tremendous amount of damage. New president, new implementation of rules already on the books, and the idea and the importance of law enforcement working with federal officials in order to get people who shouldn't be in the country out of the country. The question is, how is that effort going right here in Indianapolis? Because how it goes here could be a conversation of how it's going in other cities. Timothy O'Malley joins me right now, special agent in charge of the FBI Indianapolis field office. Sir, I appreciate you taking the time to be with us. Executive orders from President Trump, directives from the FBI Director Kash Patel, Deputy Director Dan Bongino. How does the FBI view their role in getting illegal immigrants, people who are violating the law just by being here or have engaged other violations, off the streets?
Yeah, good morning, Tony. Thanks for having me. Director Patel has been very clear about his priorities for the FBI. As you may have heard, his priorities have been to crush violent crime and defend the homeland. So our immigration enforcement efforts, I view them as a new tool in the FBI toolbox to assist with the violent crime problem and also with defending the homeland. So we're utilizing the immigration enforcement laws to make our community safer and more secure. And if you want to know, if I may, I'd like to just kind of talk about what the FBI's immigration enforcement efforts look like here.
Please
in
go ahead. Absolutely.
Yeah, and across the state. So I just want to say, we take a very methodical approach to our work. We follow a process. Our process is focused on, is driven by intelligence. We prioritize the illegal immigrants that we're going after, and really who we're focused on is the most violent offenders and criminals. Our process or our enforcement efforts are also consistent. When I say that, we are out there 7 days a week.
We have agents who are participating in immigration enforcement operations across the entire state. And there are operations going on every single day here. And then the last thing I just want to say about our efforts is that they truly are a team effort. Our DHS partners over at Department of Homeland Security, they have the lead on this, but the FBI is contributing. And what we contribute is we contribute our intelligence that guide the efforts of the teams who are out there doing enforcement operations. Our agents contribute with more of the tactical efforts to arrest and apprehend people. So it is truly a team effort across the entire state, and particularly here in Indianapolis. So that's what it looks like from our perspective.
Talking to Timothy O'Malley, special agent in charge of the FBI Indianapolis field office. Is what you're doing, the systems that you utilize, specific to Indiana, or is this specific to, let's say, the Midwest? Are you engaged in best practices conversations with the people in Tulsa, or we talk about the NBA Finals, Oklahoma City, with people in Memphis or St. Louis or Detroit? And is there a Midwest view of this that is, let's say, different than an East Coast, West Coast view of this?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. A lot of our efforts in Indiana are driven by the particular nuances about the Midwest. So we work closely with our partners out of Illinois, Ohio, Wisconsin, and other states nearby because it is unique to this area. But we collect the intelligence from across the country, and then we fit our operations, our focus, our attention on how we might best have an immediate impact here on our communities to make them safer and more secure.
The conversation I think that has come across the country is not that we haven't known that there has been an issue with terrorism, whether it be domestic terrorism or imported terrorism, and certainly you deal with both things if you're investigating here. As a matter of uptick, as a matter of percentages, would you say that things have become more dire over the past 5 years, or is this something, as you've been with the office since 2001, this has just been over your career, your 24 years there, you've seen a slow build, or maybe you're seeing a regression?
Yeah, that's a good question, Tony. I think it's definitely been a slow build, and the immigration problem that we're encountering right now, the illegal immigration problem, is certainly contributing to it. But if I can, I just to talk a little bit about what the FBI does. As your listeners can imagine, we closely monitor conflicts around the world. And in particular, right now in the news is the Israel-Hamas conflict. We look to identify how those conflicts abroad may motivate violence here at home. And in this case in particular, what we're talking about is, violence against Jewish people, violence against Jewish institutions, and even violence against supporters of Israel. You've seen it in the news recently. We had the attack in Boulder. We've also had the tragedy that happened in Washington, D.C. with the Israeli embassy employees. It's terrible events. So, what do we do every day? Here in Indianapolis, what we do, I can't emphasize enough, this is not a Monday through Friday job for us. It's a 7-day-a-week, 24/7 operation that we run, that we are constantly collecting threat information from all sources. I have a team of very highly skilled and capable and intelligence analysts who analyze threat streams from various sources. And they help guide us to investigate what we may view as being an uptick, like you said, or certain problem areas. So what we do is FBI agents, we get outside and we talk to people. We collect information, we educate the public, we build relationships with certain community institutions and community leaders. In some cases, we even prosecute people. We build cases to once again make our community safer. So if I may, I'd really like to take an opportunity to ask your listeners, probably answer the question, well, what can the average person do to help us in this event or with these issues? My recommendation, my ask of your listeners is to please be vigilant, be aware, and share information. Help the FBI identify potential threats and problems. I know everyone's heard the idea or the saying, if you see something, say something. But what does that mean? There needs to be context to that. It really means trust your instincts. If you see something that doesn't look right, or your gut instinct is telling you like, I don't know, this may be a problem, just call us, please. I have the easiest number to remember. I'll give it to you in a second, but I just want your listeners to know it's okay to call us. If something just doesn't look right. There's obvious things like, if someone's threatening to harm themselves or threatening to harm others, immediately call 911. That's an immediate threat.
But you want to talk about if they see something that they think is a different threat, what number do they call?
Yes. Here you go. The number is 800-CALL-FBI. 800-CALL-FBI.
Before I let you go, sir, because you brought something up that is important here, which is about, you talk about see something, say something, you talk about assistance. In Indianapolis, Chief Bailey, Christopher Bailey, the IMPD, was asked by me on this show, based on a directive from Governor Mike Braun, if they were asked to assist with immigration issues, an immigration sweep, would they assist? Their answer was they were never asked. But that wasn't the question. The question was, would they if asked? Has the IMPD ever rebuffed a request for assistance from the FBI regarding illegal immigrants in Indianapolis, Marion County, surrounding areas?
Yeah, Tony, not that I'm aware of. They've been great partners to us, and we, as I mentioned earlier, this is a team approach. So we welcome assistance from any of our state and local partners, and I haven't been rebuffed.
1-800-CALL-FBI?
You got it.
Sir, I appreciate you taking the time to be with us. Timothy O'Malley, Special Agent in charge of the FBI Indianapolis Field Office. Thank you. Let's take it to traffic. Matt Baer, what do you got for us?
Southside Tony, northbound 65 at South Keystone Avenue. Just to the north of that interchange, it is a crash blocking the right lane, and we have a backup to Southport Road, creating a delay of 45 minutes because that crash is in the construction zone. So you can use US 31 instead of making it into downtown Indianapolis from wherever on the south side you might be coming from. Northeast side crash, northbound 465 and I-69. That's on the right shoulder. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust a local, trust employee owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Trump's Bedminster Golf Club hit with multiple health code violations?
Join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Summers in Indy are great, but don't spend it painting. Do what your neighbor Don did. He called Rhino Shield.
Well, the home was built in 1948. Paint on the aluminum siding was peeling, and I couldn't find anyone who would repaint it until I called Rhino Shield.
Rhino Shield's better than paint. And the crew?
Painted all my aluminum siding, and I've got a front porch that runs the whole length of the house, and all the pillars and everything. And once they were gone, I couldn't even tell that they were there.
With Rhino Shield's 25-year transferable warranty, you'll never have to paint your home again. And right now, you can get 10% off the regular price.
Well, I've told a lot of people, do the Rhino Shield. It's really a great product, and if you don't want to paint the house, that would be the way to go.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino!
Craftsman Days are here at Lowe's with big savings on the tools you need. Save $100 on the Craftsman V20 6-tool Power Tool Combo Kit, now at $199. No matter what the project is, Craftsman's high-quality, high-performance products empower you to build on. Stop by your nearest Lowe's store and check out the full line of Craftsman tools today. Valid through 6/18 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Your Pacers are in the finals.
Halliburton unloads a three.
Oh! That you
did not happen!
Score tickets to the finals between your Pacers and the Thunder. Learn about finals watch parties and other upcoming events and more.
Pacers have 4 seconds to score one more time. Here comes Neesmith. He'll get it off from the wing, and of course he hit it! Of course he hit it!
Visit Pacers.com/finals now for all the latest information. Pacers Finals presented by KeyBank, Kroger, and Starry.
If you're having issues with your current heating or cooling system and you don't know if you should repair it or replace it, give us a call for a free second opinion at PricePointComfort.com.
Price Point Comfort is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air dealer.
The June sales are on at Sundown Gardens. 20% off annuals, 30% off pottery, 186th Street and Spring Mill Road, sundown.gardens.com.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Bluebell Groom's Cake Ice Cream is renewing its vows on the frozen aisle. Milk chocolate ice cream with chocolate cake pieces, chocolate-coated strawberry hearts, swirls of strawberry sauce, and chocolate icing. See you at the reception.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell Ice Cream at your local grocer and pick up your favorite flavor today.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Roadblocks in a social media spat involving the One Big Beautiful Bill. Clear radar in downtown Indianapolis, 68 degrees, going up to 80 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31.
We're working on President Trump's agenda, which is what the American people voted for. It's lower taxes, no taxes on tips, making sure we're investing in our border security, unleashing American energy, and
Republican Rep. Ashley Hinson on Fox Business a couple of minutes ago talking about the war of words between President Donald Trump and businessman Elon Musk.
That's what we're going to be focused on over the next couple weeks, not this conversation that's happening on Twitter.
And Musk says the president's so-called One Big Beautiful Bill does not do enough to cut government spending. In return, President Trump says that the only reason Elon Musk is mad is because they took away an EV mandate that was once in the bill. You've probably heard that the Trump administration wants access to Harvard's list of students on foreign visas.
U.S. District Judge Allison Burroughs' order issued late Thursday blocks President Trump's proclamation that would keep Harvard's foreign students from being able to get a visa to go to the school. She set a hearing for June 16th on whether to block the proclamation indefinitely. It's the latest in the battle between Trump and Harvard over his demands that the school change admissions and hiring policies and take a stronger stance against anti-Semitism. After Trump froze more than $2 billion in federal funding, Harvard filed suit in April, then filed another lawsuit last month in response to the Homeland Security Department's block of the school's permission to admit foreign students. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
In France this morning at the Normandy American Cemetery, a ceremony to honor the 81st anniversary of D-Day. Over 4,000 Allied troops were killed on D-Day, with thousands more wounded. The invasion of continental Europe in 1944 paved the way for the liberation of France and the eventual defeat of Nazi Germany. An Evansville man is in custody as the cops say he downloaded and passed out child pornography. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
According to the Vanderburgh County Sheriff's Office, 42-year-old Christopher William Evans has been arrested and faces multiple felony charges relating to possession of child pornography and soliciting minors for sexual acts. A cyber tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children back in February led detectives to investigate Evans. He was taken into custody at his home in Evansville Thursday. There, he admitted to using Kik to try and solicit minors and to distributing suspected child sexual abuse material. Evans is being held without bond pending a court hearing. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And the Strawberry Festival today in Kokomo. And if you need to gas up to get to a place like Kokomo and the Strawberry Festival, you'll pay about $3.08 a gallon, says Gas Buddy. And sports on WIBC, brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. Last night in Game 1 of the NBA Finals.
8 seconds to go. The Pacers are not going to call a timeout. Halliburton has it with 3, driving with 2, pulling up, and hitting with 0.3 of a second to go. How many more times can this team do that?
We just need him to do it a few more times. Mark Boyle on the Elevance Health Radio Network. Another game-winning shot from Tyrese Halliburton. This time it lifted the Pacers past the Oklahoma City Thunder, 111-110. The Pacers 3 wins away from their first ever title, and they didn't lead at all until that shot.
I had to figure out how to win in so many different ways all year. Past 2 years, there's so many weird different ways, and we just figured out we're a resilient group, and just really proud of this group.
And speaking to ESPN after the game, Halliburton, here's head coach Rick Carlisle.
If it is their ball, let's get the stop. There's going to be a difference in the shot clock and the game clock. We get a stop and get the rebound, we're going to go. Hopefully get the ball in Tyrese's hands and look to make a play.
Ready to laugh out loud? The Pacers are an even bigger betting underdog in Vegas for Game 2, which is Sunday night. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Still cleaning up this crash on the south side. It's northbound 65 between Keystone Avenue and Raymond Street, blocking the right lane. It's in the construction zone, exacerbating this delay back to Southport Road. It's running at 35 minutes right now. US 31 is the better option. On the north side, eastbound 465 slows Allisonville Road over to I-69. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust a local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
What do we got? 68 degrees? Sounds perfect. In the American Standard Cooling Weather Center, the time is 8:36.
Summer clean with Zero Res. Get 3 rooms cleaned starting at just $129 plus $75 off air duct cleaning. Call 317-388-5141, ZeroResIndy.com.
Trust employee owned. B Windows extending our employee discount to you. Up to 55% off plus 18 months, no interest, no payments. Trust your home to B.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight.
Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Ooh, Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Oh, what the hell? Everybody at ADP needs to get fired. Fired. What the crap is that? Dr. Matt Will, get ready for a phone call. Hold on a second. Dow futures are up 165. NASDAQ futures are up 97. You've got oil prices at $63.31, excuse me, $63.31 on the West Texas crude and $65.31 out of the Brent crude. Those oil prices have been constant. 10-year Treasury right now, 4.46. I am not surprised. What am I surprised by? Payrolls up 139,000. Wait a second. I was told by ADP there were only 31,000 jobs created. I'm sorry, I don't mean to scream. I'm going to lose my head. The ADP number said 31,000 jobs were created. This is 139,000. The estimate was 125,000. So it wasn't a miss by nearly 100,000 jobs. It is doing better by 14,000? How do you make that mistake? How is it possible? Or is this a mistake? Am I going to find that this number gets revised downward, like the Biden numbers got revised downward? To what? Well, we said 139,000, but we put that one in front of it by mistake. That was all. I don't know what we're going to get. I'm starting to think that nobody knows anything. That's where I'm at. This is crazy. So Am I to think from this that people think the economy is slowing down? I mean, we saw Disney, for example, cut in a pretty substantial way, and said that is very possible. That has nothing to do with the economy itself. That has to do with things within the company. There are still things that happen within companies that make these decisions. But you can't be that wrong. ADP does a number 2 days before the Bureau of Labor Statistics numbers comes out, and I'm doing the reading. You're telling me that ADP missed by 100,000 jobs? I mean, you miss by 100,000, you get to work in government. You don't get to work in the private sector. Unemployment at 4.2%. There was a story about people are starting to add jobs, and there are more job openings, which would make one think that that's a pretty good feel for what's coming. If you listen to the Jamie Dimon groups of people, Jamie Dimon-like people, he's from J.P. Morgan, the recession is coming. I will break it down on Tony Katz today, I promise. But talk about a very, very strange 72 hours. From what we got Wednesday to what we got today. Very odd. I mean, the number was out a little earlier than I thought it would be, but that is hit you for a loop. I'm curious to see how the market is going to respond, and how will the left respond when they said, "See, everything's terrible," and now is this terrible? Oh, and everyone's talking about Musk and Trump. We forget that the Chancellor of Germany was in town, and it very much seemed that the Chancellor of Germany is trying to get the United States to engage in a level of warfare with Russia to keep Europe safe. Did he get his wish? We will break that down on Tony Katz today as well. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Indiana law provides legislators with certain immunities from civil arrest during specific periods.
Facts on the table.
What year is this? 1872?
Feelings to the side.
They have to have a special law so that they don't go off the deep end.
And whatever nonsense needs calling out.
But yet, trust them when they say they're looking out for your best interest.
Kendall and Casey.
These people are on the up and up when it comes to voting for us.
Weekdays from 9 till noon on 93 WIBC.
Are you planning for your retirement? Ensure you're on the right track with a crucial step, tax planning. At Absolute Wealth Management, LLC, every retirement plan we design includes comprehensive tax planning. Imagine maximizing your savings while minimizing tax burdens. Tax planning isn't just about the present. It's a cornerstone for retirement planning. The less you have to give to Uncle Sam, the more cash flow you have in retirement. So take control of your financial situation. Proper tax planning can help optimize your retirement income, leaving you with more time to enjoy the life you've worked hard for. Let us help you create a tax-efficient retirement plan. Your future self will thank you. Call Absolute Wealth Management, LLC, 317-288-0634. That's 317-288-0634. Or visit AbsoluteWealthManagementLLC.com. William Gonzalez offers investment advisory service through Gradient Advisors, LLC, 877-885-0508, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Absolute Wealth Management is not a registered investment advisor nor an affiliate of Gradient Advisors. Gradient Advisors, LLC, and its advisors do not render tax, legal, or accounting advice. Insurance offered through William Gonzalez, independent agent.
Hammer and Nigel.
Trump 2028. Somebody's buddy's like, open up the rock, throw them all out there, middle of the ocean.
I'll even get Michael Bay. Let's get Michael Bay. Great director.
We're going to rename San Francisco Bay Michael Bay. We're going to open up Alcatraz. And we're going to make Canada pay for it. I'm here for it all, man. I am here for it all.
Hammer and Nigel, weekdays 3 till 7 on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Don Fisher here for QC Kinetics. I want to share with you the best thing I've done for my knee pain. I've been hearing commercials about the groundbreaking treatments that QC Kinetics offers for months. Meantime, my chronic knee pain had hit an all-time high threshold. I wanted to stay active and enjoy playing golf again without the pain. So I decided to call and book an appointment. And what I found out was that QC Kinetics is the non-surgical solution. I have no knee pain and feel like I did 10 years ago. And it's all because of the non-invasive therapy from QC Kinetics.
Discover the solution to joint pain with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. For a free consultation, call 463-282-6886.
I'm back to playing golf and enjoying life. Take it from me, this is the best call you can make to relieve your orthopedic pain.
For your free consultation, call QC Kinetics today. 463-282-6886. 463-282-6886.
Politics, punchlines, and pure WIBC. The Mashup Podcast pulls the day's best moments from Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, Hammer and Nigel, and drops them in one place. New episodes each weekday. Search WIBC Mashup wherever you get your podcasts. Life moves fast.
We move fast.
Get moving fast.
It's not business as usual.
So does the news.
I could be a stupid person to say, oh, no, we don't want a free plane.
Decisions made today.
The United States and China announcing a 90-day pause
could impact you tomorrow.
Goldman Sachs adjusting its 2025 economic outlook.
The issues, some solutions.
What's next?
I'll let you know at the appropriate time. Got to stay tuned.
We're already tracking it.
Strong borders.
Stay in the know while you're on the go on 93 WIBC.
Traffic on the fives, Matt Bear. What are you doing?
Looking at the south side, Tony, this crash northbound 65 after South Keystone Avenue. Cleanup continues with the right lane blocked. We have a crane out there trying to get a car out of a ditch, and that's why it's taking all morning. Well, then it's in a construction zone, so that has made the situation worse. Traffic stop to stop and go back to Southport Road for delay time. It's ballooned back up to 45 minutes with the activity at this crash site. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust a local, trust employee owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
68 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The American Standard Cooling Weather Center. I got it right. The time is 8:46.
More to life than what you're living, so take a chance and face the wind. An open road and a road that's hit, brand new life around the bend. There were times I lost a dream or two.
Time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that TV theme song? Here is how we play our game. And this is classic TV theme song. That's what it is. And I'm just telling you right now, I think Angela, that minx, would have been all right. Oh, no, I didn't mean Angela. I meant Mona. Is with the game, of course, is what the heck is that TV theme song? Here is how we play. Producer Carl picks a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. And this, ladies and gentlemen, I did not need help with. Before Alyssa Milano became a political freak show, she starred in a little gem with a guy by the name of Hold Me Close Now, Tony Danza, in Who's the Boss? There it is. Oh, the chat room is all over the place. Somebody guessed Reading Rainbow, which admittedly I could see. I could see someone confusing this with Reading Rainbow. It's in a book. Take a look. Reading Rainbow. See?
I've never even heard of Reading Rainbow. What was that?
With LeVar Burton?
No, I've never even heard of it.
Stop! No, really?
It's scary that you know all these shows.
No, dude.
Reading Rainbow.
I'll do it. I'll get it. Just everyone calm down. Remain calm. You never heard of the Reading Rainbow theme song?
No.
Wow, really? That blows my mind.
Oh, wow.
Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high.
Is this like a children's show?
Take a look. It's in a book. A Reading Rainbow.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know you didn't. Okay. Wow. I would have gotten one over on you. That's pretty.
This
that's
is not
pretty
the
excellent.
This is not the same rainbow as LGBT, right?
No, completely different rainbow. And then somebody else thought the theme song was To Kate and Allie, which is not an easy one to get. I don't know if I could remember that right now. I won't look it up. But that was with Jane Curtin. Was Kate and Allie, which I was pretty sure that house was familiar to me. The Kate and Allie house. I think they've used that in other houses, but that's not the story right now. If we could focus, that would be great and fantastic. Tony Katz today at noon. I do a show at noon. Heard now across the country. And should I announce? I have we have in the chat room Eloise, and she's been part of the show now for forever. She lives in Buffalo. And yet somehow loves Indianapolis. A huge fan of the show. Listens to the show. Has come out to visit. And I think she was there. Was it Donut Day? I forget what it was. Anyway, the midday show is coming to Buffalo. Yeah. So I mean, I'll wait till it's on the air. It's coming in July. I'll wait till it's on the air. I believe WUSW is where we're going on there. So that's happening. Yeah, look, we're trying to do the thing. I have not given up yet. we're growing a thing. Sponsorship's now available. Bring it on. Of course, we will be discussing the Musk-Trump fight and how little I care about it. Now you've got Trump saying he's going to either sell or give away the Tesla that Musk gave him. I don't know what to do with this, and I don't care. What I want is tax cuts, and I want spending cuts. That's all I'm asking for. Very, very simple. So we will get into that subject. Also, the possibility of a trade deal. There's a trade deal with China on mineral rights. What does that actually look like? We'll have that as well. And then, how in the world does ADP say that there were only 32,000 jobs created last month, and yet the Bureau of Labor Statistics says 139,000? How do you get that discrepancy? That's it. That seems to be impossible. Impossible. I will have that as well. Also, it is not lost on me that today is Donut Day. And for the people of Indianapolis, you guys know that we over here at Tony Katz in the Morning News turned a little ideas, like my second year here, into an absolute monster event on the Circle, where we gave out awards for the best donut in Central Indiana. People came from everywhere. There were 1,000 people hanging out in the Circle getting donuts. We were handing out donuts and everything else and judging them. It was incredible. Matt Baer, you saw it with your own eyes in the days where you would eat donuts.
Yeah, there were judges and everything. Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
No, it was amazing. Amazing.
Absolutely, positively incredible. So the Salvation Army does this, and so I don't know if they're still doing it. I don't know if they're giving out donuts right now on the Circle or not, because COVID came and that was the end of that, because you couldn't do those events and et cetera, and then other issues that I won't get into right now. But it is not lost on me that I have not done a gathering of people since. It's also not lost on me that I haven't put together my own event. Like JMV does the golf thing, and other people do, and Hammer and Nigel do the bowling thing. I have never put together a thing, and maybe now that I'm coming up, it'll be this month, the end of this month, 11 years at WIBC. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll probably get fired. Maybe it's time to put my marker down. Maybe it's time for me to say, here's the event, here's what we're doing, and go very, very, very big. Maybe. We will see. I will catch you guys at noon, and do not forget that it is D-Day. The sacrifices made were not in vain. We are here because of that bravery, of those men, of the willingness to fight for something. We're all better off. Some people don't want us to be better off. Those people have to lose. We have to win. Worthy of telling your children about. Worthy of discussing with your friends. D-Day was June 6, 1944, and we don't forget. We say thank you. I'll catch you guys at noon. Kendall and Casey are up next. Go Pacers. Matt Bear has traffic.
Southside crash clear. Northbound 65 at